We are playing Viticulture World, which is the co-op expansion for Viticulture. And we are using Viticulture Essential Edition because that's the version that we have. So it does have some elements of like Tuscany or whatever. But in this case, we are playing the co-op version of Viticulture today, which we're really excited about. We have not played it yet. We've obviously looked it over and kind of checked out what the gist of it is, but we have not done a full run through. So this will be our first run through of the game, and we're super excited to show it to you.
Be a lot of fun.
Yeah. In this version, there's a different board, and I just taking a look at it so far, I really like the board. I think it streamlines a lot of the information that you kind of get, or the information you need throughout the game. So I actually super like it.
Viticulture does have a decent board.
Yeah.
The things on the board are. You can kind of get the gist of what's going on the board.
Yeah.
But I do feel like just taking a glance, you can just read what's on the board and know what you need to know.
Yeah.
Which is amazing.
Yeah. It is super pretty.
It's very
pretty.
So
this board itself is actually double-sided. If you're playing with the Tuscany expansion, which has the orange cards, then it basically adds another section up here for those orange cards. In this case, we chose to play with just the base version of it and not include any of the extras, just so we can kind of see what the co-op version is all about.
So Hornus, guessing the fall season behaves as normal? Kind of. Yes.
So there's
no.
The game itself runs very similarly to the original game in that you have a springtime that happens that is very similar with some extra little details. Summer is basically the same. Summer really doesn't change much.
That's true.
For the most part. Fall is different. I guess it's the same plus more, just like spring is.
It's close. It's
close enough.
It's the same,
idea
but
is
different.
Close enough.
It's the same, but different.
Winter again is very similar to the original, in that you're just placing your meeples as you kind of go. But yeah, so one of the main things that I think is really cool, well, actually, there's two things that I think are really cool, is that you basically have continents you're playing with, and there's a variety of difficulty levels. So in this case, we're playing with the easy one, or the kind of the first one to start with. So we're playing with one that's called Green Gully, which is actually kind of a crossover with Charterstone, which I think is adorable.
It's adorable.
So this is the kind of starting card you get, and the artwork resembles Charterstone. I have not looked really at the other continents because this is the first one we're playing with, so we just chose the first kind of easy one to play with.
Why don't you show the back of it?
And so each continent has like a very specific card back related to that continent, which is kind of a neat little detail.
It makes
a whole bunch here.
It makes it really pretty. Easy to sort, easy to organize, easy to know which one you're playing.
Yeah. And
the colors are so pretty.
Yeah.
Like, look at the nice blue. Like, even the brown is really pretty, and it's brown. Like, it's great.
Jeffy said the board looks more similar to the base game, not the Essential Edition, which is really interesting. I've not actually played the original version of the game. So it's interesting that if it kind of went back to the original one.
That is kind of interesting.
So we'll read the story of Green Gully in a little bit, but when we got this version, it also came with a first game continent, which is supposed to be like your very easy, super beginner. So if you've like not really played, this is like a really good first continent to play with. We haven't opened it yet, so we thought we'd open it with you just to see what it's all about, because I actually have no idea what it is.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that the gist of that one is it's just a way to maybe teach somebody who maybe hasn't played viticulture before. Because a lot of things, I mean, if you've played viticulture, there is still... That's kind of funny.
Yeah. Well, we're not listening, but that's okay.
That's the thing is, because what a lot of people say is that if you know how to play viticulture, you might still struggle with the easy version of this game, just because there's quite a few differences. So they did add this promo to make it even easier to help you learn the game instead of throwing you in the deep end, which is what we're going to do.
This is not ripping easily at all. So this is actually super interesting. So this is the first continent pack, and I did not realize, but it's actually a different version of Green Gully. So
what?
Yeah. So difficulty, introductory first game. So I'm curious as to what the differences are.
Where are they?
So it's actually different story. Like, just as a quick
Okay, so I think what they did.
Oh, I see.
It's like, and they took Green Gully and just made it more introductory instead of the first game.
Interesting.
Yeah, I mean, I'm assuming that's what they went with. It's the slightly different just to help you learn the game. It might have less difficult thing. So because one of the big things with Viticulture World is that it's a co-op. So the way they made it a co-op is that you're trying to achieve a certain victory point per player. Each player has to reach 25 victory points for you to beat the game. But the different continents add difficulty. So what it's going to do is it's going to make it harder for you to get 25 victory points. It's going to change the game. It's going to make it spicy. But now there's a way to make it maybe even easier.
So there's a very, very last card, and it basically says you can play one more full year, and if you win, you can say you won with help, or if you lose, that's okay. Give it another try.
So it adds an extra year.
Yeah. So it basically gives you I'm hiding the top because it has some like cute flavor text, so I just don't want to spoil it if anybody uses it.
That's kind of cool though. That's cute.
And the tops of each of the cards of this introductory one have this star at the top, whereas the normal Green Gully doesn't have that.
Not to show you there's a difference.
Yeah.
But it uses the same color scheme.
Yeah. Yeah, it's the same backings.
Interesting. Oh, it's not.
It's not. It's teal color rather than green.
Interesting.
It's the same image, but slightly different color. And again, it has that star in the top right, just to make sure that you know that it's the introductory pack.
I think we're going to play with the introductory, not the easy introductory, because we like to challenge ourselves, you know?
So that's super neat. One of the other things that I actually really appreciate that this version has compared to the like base Viticulture or the expansions or whatever is these cards here. So it has it in the Essential Edition, it has it in Tuscany, it has it in all the expansions, and they're known as the Mamas and the Papas, which give you kind of a different starting, or tells you what your starting resources are. In this version, they actually call it the blue cards and the red cards. And the reason for that is you can shuffle them with the other decks. Like these are just the ones for Viticulture World, but you can mix them with the rest of your expansions that you have. And what they did was they made it so that not all the left-hand side is female and not all the right-hand side is male, so that it's not kind of being constrained to heteronormative pairings.
Yeah.
So you might end up with
really nice.
2 mamas or 2 papas or whatever, which I actually think is a really nice little detail that
it's really
was
nice.
Very restrictive perhaps in the first versions of the game. So I do actually really like that aspect. So I'm excited to see what we end up getting.
Yeah, me too. I'm really excited.
For our family. So on the board, basically the game happens over the course of 6 years. So you are trying to gather grapes and make those grapes into wine and then sell your wine to patrons and get victory points and stuff over the course of 6 years. So in order to win, every player has to get to 25 victory points, which is kind of hidden over here. And our, I believe, influence track has to get from wherever it starts, depending on the number of players. So in this case, we are 2 players, so it starts here. And it has to get all the way to 10. In order for us to win, we must achieve both of those winning conditions or we lose together.
And again, by the end of the 6 years, so you do have some time to get
You have a
there.
little bit of time.
And
Not a lot of time.
it's probably a little bit hard to see on the screen, but it actually does say 25 win and 10 win.
Yeah.
So it's very, very clearly visible the line that you have to cross in order to win.
Yeah.
It's not something that you have to go read the rule book to figure out what you need. It's always nicely visible and very, very plain. Like it's super good.
You just have to remember that it's not achieve one or the other. It is actually achieve both.
Mhm.
So, and it's everyone. It's not that one person has to get there. Everyone has to. Now, the influence is both together. Like it's a common track. Whereas our player pieces are individualized. So I am orange and Defu was playing blue. So we both have to make it to 25 victory points.
Mhm.
So shall we maybe read the story and then do the first?
So I think there's going to be quite a bit of things that are different, but instead of going through everything that's different of the game, we're going to play it and we're going to talk about it as we play it. So if there's something that you want more clarification or you want to see, maybe a little bit of zoom, let us know because we're going to show it. We don't want to have a sit down for 45 minutes explaining the rules because if you know viticulture, the differences are very minor. It's actually not a big change to viticulture.
No.
It's like a nice little cleanup to viticulture.
Yep.
So again, let us know if you have questions, but we're just going to play and let's see how it goes.
Yeah. Okay, so I'm going to read the introductory story, which is Green Gully, which again, I love that they combined a little bit of Charterstone into this. I love Charterstone. And so I think it's a really neat a little crossover between the two. So in case you haven't played Charterstone, there's this being called the Forever King. And that kind of is talked a little bit about. So just so you are aware, that's what the Forever King is, kind of the overriding
is the king of the area.
So just so you're not confused. So as your Forever King, I welcome you to our beautiful continent of Green Gully. Over the next 6 years, I challenge you to win international recognition by earning both high reputation, and then it says each player reaches 25 victory points, and high influence in my royal court. So it says again, players collectively reach 10 on the influence track.
Mm-hmm.
My loyal citizens of Green Gully will guide you in your journey. I wish you very good luck, my dear winemakers. So it does have a little note saying that it is a crossover with Charterstone. It has a really cute little character that I love.
That's the art from Charterstone, which is adorable art.
Super adorable. Along with the story for each continent, there is a little setup to do. Some of them have a 2-card setup. Some of them just have a single card, depending on how complicated each one is. So it says, on each event card, a Green Gully citizen will introduce a new system or mechanic of Viticulture World. Yay. So it's kind of a really nice, I guess, introduction to the game, walks you through things, which is really nice. Again, I'm just guessing based on what I'm assuming here.
Yep.
Each event card has an action that follow the game's worker placement rules. As with the game board, the rightmost action space can only be used in a 4 to 6 player game. So we haven't talked about that. We'll kind of come back to that, I think, when we do actual placement.
Yeah, sure.
Workers may be placed on these action spaces in summer or in winter. So again, just like the base game.
A year long.
Yep. Because these actions are not on the board, Grande workers act as a regular worker on these event cards. Okay, perfect. We can talk about that when we flip the card.
Ooh, that's actually interesting, though.
Yeah.
Okay.
And find rectangular innovation tile P and place it next to the game board. This will come handy when the 4th event card is resolved. And I didn't talk about it, but basically each continent has a bunch of cards associated with them. Some of them have more than others. And you basically number them from 1 through 6. So over the 6 years, you encounter number 1, then number 2, then 3, then 4, then 5, and 6. And they change the story based on whatever continent you're in. And it says to start out by playing with them in order. And then if you want to kind of increase difficulty or add some, change to the game, you can shuffle them so that they become and show up out of order. So in this case, we are going to play them in order just so that we can kind of experience it how it was written and based on the continent of Green Gully.
And other continents actually have more than 6.
Yes.
So that's kind of one way to make the game not get stale.
Yep.
Some continents I think have like up to like 10.
Yeah,
which means if you shuffle them, you might never get the same combination in the same order, which might completely change how you have to play the game. So it's a very, very clever way of making it. You can play through each continent in order, and then you have to replay through each one of them as many times as you want.
Yeah, it's really cool.
Very neat.
So I do have tile P just off to the side. So you'll see here, maybe in the corner that there's a P. They're all lettered in some way. So we'll keep that off to the side just so we don't accidentally use it prior to us needing it. And there is kind of like this alert token. It is very massive. Big. It is massive.
It is massive.
If a card ever asks certainly something specific of a certain area, this is basically used to help remind you on the board so that when you go there, you know that something's supposed to happen. So it's a good little reminder token, but you don't need it at the very start of the game.
Yeah, I really like that because it's a visual reminder.
Yeah.
A lot of times the games are, oh, don't forget this one rule about this one specific thing. Whereas this is like, oh, there's something there. It must be something special.
Yep.
Which is a very nice touch.
Yeah, a thick church bell. Very thick church bell.
It does look like a thick church bell. You should... Okay, wait. I don't know if I'll do.
Oh, like the difference in the thickness?
The difference between the grande worker.
Yeah,
it's double grande worker thick.
Yeah. It's a thick bell.
It's a thick bell.
So just before we kind of start, we have one last setup element to do. And that is regarding our workers. So in this game, actually, we have 2 things. We have to get our red and blue cards.
Yeah.
But in this game, so typically these red and blue cards would give you like the amount of starting workers you have and some resources and things like that. Mm-hmm. In the case of the co-op version, we're actually both starting with 4 workers and a grande meeple. And there's something very specific about them.
The best part of the game.
So what's going to happen, it's probably the cutest part of this entire thing.
I love it.
What's going to happen is we're going to be putting these fancy little hats on our workers. So we're going to have 2 yellow hats and 2 blue hats each. And what they do is represent your summer workers and your winter workers. And until they become fully trained workers and can be used at any time, they are limited to working in summer or working in winter. And these are the cutest little hats. So I'm just gonna, I'm gonna put one on just to show you.
You should put it on like on the cam.
So here's what it looks like.
Look how cute it is.
Is this not the cutest little worker you've ever seen in your entire life? So I'll show you. It just has like, goes in there. And now I have a little summer worker, the most adorable little worker of all time.
The hats are made of rubber, so they're very easy to take on and off.
Yeah.
Which you will do over the course of the game, but also when you're like putting them away or you want to play base viticulture, really easy to take on and off.
Yeah.
And the cutest things of all time.
Yeah.
They have giant hats. Oh my God.
The hats are color coded to season, not to player color. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Yeah, so we each have adorable. 2 of each.
Yeah. Let's do the blue and
we have to get our characters first.
We have to find out our family tree, our heritage. Is that what we're doing?
So in normal viticulture, you get 1 of each. They used to be called mamas and papas. Now it's the blues and the reds.
Yeah.
And you get 1 of each because it's kind of like a pair that would give you your starting. I find it a little bit odd that it's the same in World. Because the whole point of World is that we're working on the same farm. So when I'm surprised that it's not something that we would each take 1. You know? That I found a little bit not thematically, it didn't like fit into the theme. It's like, I am no longer 2 people. I am now 1 person, and every other player is another person, and we're all working on the same farm. Unless we're a bunch of families working on the same farm?
Probably.
Maybe. I guess we could be a bunch of families working on the same farm.
Working a winery is a tough deal.
Many families, generations. All right, so I'm going to take 2 as well.
Yeah.
Families work the farm.
So one of the things that was interesting too is that you basically ignore
Oh, was
the
there?
first part of it because we have like we're set with the number of workers we get.
Yeah, so if you're gonna play
Um,
normal, you can actually use these for regular viticulture
yeah.
because in regular viticulture, you get a certain amount of workers to start with. But because we have a set amount in world, you ignore the ones that say how many you start with.
Yeah.
I think it always says 4.
Yeah, it's interesting. So I'll just show you mine. So
Yeah.
it's kind of a confusing thing to look at though. I have Papa Santiago as one of my people. And it has like 4 worker meeples, but then it says Viticulture World only and highlights 2 of them.
To show you that there's 4 instead of 2. So if you were to play viticulture regular, you would have 2, but in world you have 4. Yeah,
Oh.
it's a little bit weird.
But it
It's
is
a little bit
weird
weird.
because it's Viticulture World only is highlighted for 2 of them.
I think it's because you get everything on the card. That's why it's a little bit weird. These
Yeah.
cards is you get everything on them. So what they're
Yeah.
kind of saying is if you're playing regular viticulture, ignore these 2. You know?
I understand. It's backwards. I agree, Jofia. Okay,
Yeah.
so I understand. It's normally you would get 2,
2.
but in Viticulture World you
You
get
get
all 4.
yeah.
I understand. Okay.
That's saying it's weird because you
Okay.
get the things.
Right. I
Yeah.
understand. Okay, that was a bit confusing, I found just reading it.
I agree.
Yeah, it was a bit odd. Now just so you know, because our key color is purple, these are 2 purple cards and a blue card is what I'm getting.
So whenever you
Just so you
see a
know.
hole instead of a card,
Yeah,
it means
it's
purple.
it's a purple. So I get 2 purple cards and a blue. So that's my Papa Santiago. And then I actually have Mama Chital, I think it is. Pronunciation is not my forte.
Yeah.
In this case, I get
So
the Grande Meeple, which we already know. I get 2 lira.
2 lira.
And then I either get what is this? The windmill or 4 lira.
Ooh.
Now the windmill costs 5 normally. And the windmill says when I plant a vine, I gain a victory point. I'll be honest, I'm gonna take the windmill.
That seems like a good deal.
It's a great deal. So this mama, she's giving me a windmill, and that's amazing. So
apparently your character looks like he's from the mafia.
Marina. So I'm gonna get my little windmill. It's gonna go on my player board just to show that I do have the windmill. Which you'll be able to see when we zoom in a little bit, but that's okay. And I'm gonna grab my 2 purple and 2 blue card, or 2 purple and 1 blue card. Now because wind power for the win, I agree.
Right?
Renewable resources, amazing. So one of the neat things is because it is co-op, traditionally you would have your cards hidden. Because it's co-op, we can actually play with our cards open. Yeah, it flashed. Could probably because you kicked something. So I'm gonna play with my cards open so that we can actually see each other's cards throughout the duration of the game. But I think that's kind of a neat aspect. I mean, it makes sense because it's co-op, right? Rain, that's okay.
It also makes it nice if you're playing with people who maybe need help. I don't know how to say that.
Yeah, if maybe somebody's not as experienced.
Yeah, because a lot of times when you're playing a competitive game, it's always like, oh, just show me your hand, I'll help you.
Yeah.
In this case, you don't have to be worried about that. You can actually play it with your hand hidden. There's no reason not to, but you don't have to. And just not, like, having the option to play it open kind of makes it a little bit more friendly.
Co-op. Yeah. And I'd say there is points when you can trade as well, where it might be useful. Yeah. It might be useful to have the cards open so you know what the options might be for trading. So that's kind of an option, or a reason rather, to have those cards kind of available. You want to show your mama and papa?
Yeah, let's go through mine. Mine are an actual mama and papa, I believe.
So you have Papa Roman.
Papa Roman.
So you get 2 purple and a yellow card.
I'm going to grab those.
And again, you get the 4 workers, which we now understand. So that's good.
Which will be the same they should be the same for the red cards for everybody.
Yeah, they should. And you have Mama Malia.
Yep. Which is very close to a different word.
Yeah. So then you get the grande worker, which is great. You get 5 lira.
5 lira.
And you can either get the trellis or 1 lira.
So the trellis, just quick recap for viticulture, is something that you need for some grapes to be able to plant some grapes. It only costs 2
lira normally.
But do I really care about having 1 lira instead of getting that free trellis? I think I'm just gonna get it.
Yeah, I would. Yeah,
why not? Right?
I think the trellis is a great idea. So at that point, we're done with the red and blue cards, and they basically go back in the box. I'm just putting them over here because it's easier. So now that we've actually finished doing setup, we're going to go through spring. So we basically work our way down this column of spring. So here it says reveal a new event card. So this is where we go through those event cards for each of the continents. So we go through card number 1. Hey, Tack.
Hey, Tack.
So we're looking at innovation.
Ooh.
So it says innovation is the key. I can read. Innovation is the key if you want to succeed. Aim to innovate at least once each year. But beware that money is tight in Viticulture World, and it's also the primary method of gaining influence. Oval tiles permanently upgrade action spaces and will allow any number of workers to be placed on the upgraded action space. Each trained worker placed on an oval tile gains the bonus printed on the tile. As a gift, I will help you innovate more easily this year.
Yay!
And so one of the things that talked about in the introductory story is that on cards, you can actually have an extra additional place to put a worker that is not seasonal. So you can put either your summer worker or your winter worker or your grande meeple on this card, and if you do, you would pay 2 lira to gain an oval innovation tile.
But, do you want to leave it there? But the one thing to remember, a grande worker counts as a regular worker, which only for these cards.
This card.
Which means if a grande worker is there or a regular worker is there, you can't then place your grande worker. Only one person can be there at a time.
Yeah.
Also, while this is up, why don't we talk about what the dotted line means?
Yeah, so basically there's 2 spots to every place you can place your worker. There's a one on the left that's kind of colored in, and then one on the right that's like less opaque and has a dotted line. And what it means is that if you are in a it's 2 to 3 player game, or I guess a 1 to 3 player game, then you are allowed to place your worker in the first spot only. Whereas if it's a 4, 5, or 6 player, you can place it in either spot. So this additional spot opens up for more players. So in our case, because we're only playing a 2-player game, we will only be able to use the leftmost spot of any of the areas you can place. So that's anywhere on the board that has 2 spots. We can only place it in the left-hand version of it. So now the second half of spring, remove previous innovation tiles. We don't have any because we haven't gotten there. And reveal 4 new tiles. So let's reveal these 2 tiles. So it's 2 rectangulars and 2 ovals. So we'll put those on there. And these are those tiles that it was talking about, those innovation tiles. In this case, the oval ones are what we can use to gain here. So if we pay 2 lira, we can gain an oval innovation tile. And these would then be constantly placed on these areas here and would change the kind of what you can do at that location. So
yeah, Twin. That's why I saw it. But so okay, can we talk about this maple leaf?
Okay, well it is pink, but
it's pink slipper.
Yeah.
Is it a maple leaf?
It's a leaf. It's a leaf for sure.
Wait.
Does it say actually in the description?
Is it a grape leaf?
Oh, maybe.
I never thought of that.
So I'm gonna put this here so you can see better.
It's an influence token.
Yeah, it doesn't say. So it's like it's a leaf. I don't think it's a maple leaf.
It's a grape leaf. It's a grape leaf.
Oh, it's a grape leaf. It actually looks like a grape leaf.
Exactly like a grape leaf. That's what I wondered.
Really cool. That's really cool.
But yes, it does almost look like a maple leaf.
Very similar, but yeah. So that's really cute actually that it's a grape leaf.
Really cute.
I love that.
But
Very
the
cute.
first time we saw it too, we were like,
Maple leaf?
almost maple leaf?
Yeah. Not quite, but close. Yeah, very cute that it's a grape leaf. I love that little
It's
detail.
so cute.
So yeah, well, I think we'll come back to the innovation tiles when we kind of get to the point of using one.
Yeah.
And then the last part of spring is this little like clock doohickey thingy here. And basically in a regular game of viticulture, you have where you like put down your rooster and you choose, it indicates like which player goes first and what thing you get.
And there's like a player order.
And there's like a player
too.
order as to how you can put them on that area. In this case, because it's co-op, we actually decide together where we're gonna go on this in this kind of order. This black line is kind of where time starts and it goes around. So if you are perhaps placed in this spot, you would go first. But it also indicates what bonus you get in spring. So you kind of choose the bonus you get. There is this temporary worker that if you place it here, you would get an additional worker for that year.
And so a lot of things are the same as viticulture, but the nice part is that you're actually working together to decide who goes first, what bonuses they get, all those decisions. Even who maybe a person who is more experienced could maybe get the bonus worker because they might know what to do with it more. So there's a lot of little things that you can do now, being able to communicate and work together to decide who goes first. Yeah. I actually really like that. It's a nice little touch.
Do you have a particular spot that you really want to go to?
So because it's the first round, it's probably going to be difficult to decide who goes first. Yeah. But I don't have any green cards.
I also do not have any green cards.
We both don't have green cards. That's not great.
So
I think one of us should get a green card because the green cards are useful.
Yes, I agree.
We both have 2 purple cards, so maybe we can skip on that.
Yep. So there is the victory point. So it's green card, victory point, blue card, temporary worker, yellow card, 2 lira, or purple card.
Because we really need some vines.
I would not mind the temporary worker.
You want to get the temporary worker on the first round?
I always feel like it's silly to not get that bonus worker.
I mean, sure, that is true because
like unless you really need something, right? I think one of us should get the green card and one of us should get the temporary worker because I think we do need a green card of some sort.
Okay, I have a lot of money, which might help building grapes.
Sure.
So why don't I get the green card?
Sure.
And you get the temporary worker.
Sure. Sounds good. So I basically exchange my rooster for this temporary worker so I get an additional person to use.
And I get the green card. Yep. So I'm going to draw the green card.
Yep. Nice.
And we're going to switch back.
And so I'm just going to show your card. This card that you drew is actually great for you because look what it requires. It requires a trellis. So that was actually such a good decision for you to get that trellis up here.
Look at that.
So that you can be able to plant this vine, which is awesome. So around the clock we go. Blue goes first, and you place your worker where you would like to go.
So again, most of the locations are similar to viticulture. So we're gonna just talk about them as we play them. But if you do have questions, make sure to let us know.
Do you want to zoom in on them so we can?
Yeah. Again, and the boards are actually the same as viticulture.
Yeah.
They're actually from viticulture. You do need viticulture to play this. So if you've played viticulture, these are exactly the same.
Like I said, anybody think they've manipulated the deck? And we actually have it. It's actually super, just good luck.
We're actually playing.
Yeah.
There was no manipulation.
No. But yeah, any of the resources, so the money, these things, the boards, the cards actually are all from the main deck, or the original base deck, other than the exception of a few cards that had to be replaced, which we can talk about a little bit after. Everything else was actually from the base game. So, yeah.
Did you shuffle?
I did. And no, but again, those cards are actually from the base game.
But did you shuffle?
I did. Yes. I made sure I shuffled. Right. Although to be fair, I shuffled, so.
That's true. Okay.
Okay, so you're placing your workers?
So let's zoom in and see what the options are.
Mhm.
So quickly, the options are we can draw a green card, play a yellow card, plant a green card, pay to build one structure, give a tour to gain two lira, buy or sell unplanted fields, pay. This one's actually kind of interesting.
Yeah.
Pay one of any types of resources to gain a different type of resource. It's really interesting. We'll talk about it when we use it. And pay $4 to gain one innovation tile, which is actually kind of
Ooh.
nice.
And the innovation tile too, because of this, we can actually get the rectangular innovation tiles, which basically just improves one of the areas, which is neat.
Mm. So I feel like I should build my grapes. I'm gonna plant some grapes. I'm gonna get it out of the way. So I'm just gonna go right ahead and plant some grapes.
Okay.
So I have one grape card. It's a
Syrah.
very simple Syrah, which gives me 2 red grapes, and I'm going to plant them. I think I'm going to plant them in my cheaper area, just
In the 5.
In the 5.
Yeah. So in case anyone doesn't remember, basically in the planting area, you can have like a maximum amount of vine production in those areas.
Based on the value.
Yeah, based on the value, but it also makes it like the ones that can hold more, you can sell that land off if you're super if you're in need of some money. I'm going to give a tour and gain 2 lira. So just give me an opportunity to get some extra money because I'm a little bit down on that.
So I have a lot of lira. So I think I should set up our next turn.
Sure.
So what are you thinking you're going to do next turn?
Don't know.
So why don't we figure it out?
I guess it's co-op. I guess we can do that. Yeah. Okay, look at that. I actually just wanted to set up my buildings because I always like struggle to remember which buildings are which here.
Because I think what I can do is, you know what? I have a plan.
Do ya?
So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to use the event card.
Oh, nice.
Oh, wait, no, it's a trick. Yeah, I'm going to use it with him. So I'm going to use the event card. I'm going to use my Grande worker because it has to be a trained worker, and the Grande worker is the only
Does it have to be trained
worker. Yeah, it says so on the card. Oh. It has to be a trained worker. So I'm going to use my Grande worker. I'm going to sacrifice him early. He's going to be tired for the rest of the year, which is miserable.
Well, just you have more money.
I have more money.
You have more money.
So I'm going to place him here. Then I'm going to spend 2 lira out of my 5.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to get 3 back. And I'm going to get an innovation tile. So that event lets me gain an oval innovation tile, which is one of the bottom 2.
Yeah.
I'm very much going to get this one.
Mm-hmm.
You want to show it actually?
Sure.
So this one says that you gain a green card. Now, you gain a green card whenever you go to that oval. What's oval in this game? Every area on the board where you can place a worker. Mm-hmm. Right now, there is a limitation of workers. You can only place one basic worker per turn. So if I decide to place a worker, she then can't place a worker in that same action. This innovation tile makes that location infinite. Any amount of workers can work that tile, and whenever they do, they gain that bonus of a green card. Now, there are some negatives, which I think I'll actually do, because I'm thinking I'm going to innovate the harvest of field.
Oh.
I feel like harvesting the field is something that we're going to be doing a lot over the course of the game. Okay. And this is a permanent innovation.
It is, yeah. So one of the things is if you put it in a space that has nothing down here, then you just place it, nothing happens. If you place it in a spot where it kind of looks like this and it says
there's a little symbol at the bottom.
Symbol of people.
It's a little bit hard to see.
Yeah, it's actually better up here. You basically gain that bonus when you place this innovation tile down. Whereas if it's surrounded in red, you actually have to pay that amount. So if he places it here, he has to pay 2 lira to place this tile there.
So now my only other concern is I could place it there, which would give us a green card for next year, which is kind of like a way to set up the next year. But should I instead put it on summer? So if we decide to need a green card, it would give us one right away.
I think we can still draw green cards.
That's
so
the
it's
thing.
not...
Because you can draw, that's kind of what I was thinking.
Yeah, no, I think the Harvest One Field's a good one.
All right, we're doing it.
Sure.
So I'm going to innovate the Harvest One Field, placing it right above. I then have to pay 2 lira, which means I'm going to be a little bit broke. But now, anybody who harvests one field in the winter gets to draw a green card for free.
So this one here, if I go, is pay 4 lira to gain an innovation tile. And one of the innovation tiles we have is to make this building structure one better. Which is you can build up to 2 structures at a -1 lira each, gain 2 victory points if you build 2. But I would not have enough money to build the innovation tile and also build the structure. So that's unfortunate.
No, but it's a setup, right? You're helping yourself for the future.
Yeah, that's true. Because what happens is if we don't use this tile, we will lose it.
Right.
Because it gets refreshed every spring. So if we didn't light the tile, then it wouldn't be a big deal. But I think that's a pretty good one to get 2 victory points. Good one. And to get it at the beginning when you haven't built anything, I think is really good.
That's what I was gonna say. To get it on the first year, that's kind of crazy. So the only negative part right now is that you don't have any fields. But I think that's okay.
Yeah.
First year. You're kind of building up the farm.
It'll be okay.
I think that's a really good decision.
Okay, so I'm going to go here and I'm going to pay all of my monies to gain an innovation tile. And I'm going to pick this one here. So when you gain an innovation tile, it actually has a letter on it. And it goes in the spot that is related to that letter. So in this case, it's spot D. And it says pay to build up to 2 structures at -1 lira each. Gain 2 victory points if you do build 2, which is so good. And it will go on the spot that is listed as D, which is normally pay to build 1 structure. So it's just improving that area. So you could build a structure for -1, or you can build 2 and also get victory points, which is really neat. So that is my turn.
That's a good turn.
So it is your turn.
So I do have 1 worker left.
Mm-hmm. I have 2 because I have the temporary worker as well.
I can't actually use... Oh, wait, can I? No, because I only have 1 lira left, I can't actually use that to build a structure. So, again, that's not useful for me right now. But what I could do instead... I think because you've used your 2 workers, I'm going to draw a green card.
Nice.
So I'm just going to, keep it simple. Draw a green card. Hopefully it's going to help me later. It is a Merlot. I do need the irrigation.
Apparently Merlot needs irrigation.
You know what, though? Because we have the cheaper buildings, that might actually not be too bad. I might be able to get irrigation next year.
So can you remind me, the Grande worker...
Mm-hmm.
I believe can be placed in the same spot as something else.
Correct. So the Grande worker does not count as a limited worker area. Yeah. The only one that it does is when you're using the event card, because then it doesn't act as a Grande worker.
Right. So theoretically, because there's this oval section, I can place my worker in the same spot as a regular worker and still get the benefit of that area. So I'm also going to be able to draw a green card because I have my Grande worker. So that's what I'm going to do. And I have a Pinot.
Ooh.
A Pinot Noir.
All right, so that you're going to have to build that trellis.
Yeah, I'm going to need to buy the trellis. But it's only 2 lira, so it's not even a big deal.
And it's actually 1 lira now.
Yeah.
That's such a good card. Such a good time.
That's why I didn't want to go away, because I felt like if we lost it, it would be bad.
That would be bad. All right, so now it's my turn, and I'm out of workers for summer, so I'm going into fall.
No, you have to pass.
Oh, that's true. I pass, but
you have to pass.
Yeah, so whenever you pass, actually, that's kind of one of the differences, because In viticulture, it keeps on going until everybody passes, and then fall happens. In this one, you perform your fall right away. So whenever you pass, you now do your fall.
Yeah.
You move your
rooster to the inside,
and then you get a benefit. So this is where we were actually talking about this a bit earlier. In viticulture, when you do your fall action, you would draw a card, either the purple or the blue.
Yeah.
In this case, you actually get the choice of a bonus. You can get 2 lira.
Mm-hmm.
You can age a grape, or you can draw a card. Now, you can draw any card.
Yeah.
Which is kind of crazy strong.
So good.
And because I have those options, I think money might be really good here.
Yeah, we're both pretty broke.
Man,
so what fall bonus would you like? Would you like the moolah, the age in the wine?
I have nothing to age.
Yeah, no.
So I either get 2 lira or a card.
Yeah.
Now the cards, I could either get a blue card, which might be really good because going into winter, I can play the blue card.
That's true.
So maybe it might be better than 2 lira.
I will say my blue card is not that great.
Well,
wait.
No, yeah, that is really good. So,
well, not really, because I don't have any fields.
No, but for me, that would be great.
But okay, so this is what I was just about to say. Like, we'll just go back a second.
Oh, that's true. We should go back because we can talk about something.
Because else. I just realized something. Because I put my worker on the same spot as his worker, we can actually trade.
We can trade.
So that's one of the coolest things about this being a co-op is that if you use your Grande worker to go to the same place as someone else, you can actually trade things. And so the trade kind of information is just listed down here. So you can trade any amount of lira, any amount of green cards, any amount of purple cards. You can trade a single amount of grapes or a single amount of wine. So if you have like a wine of 6, you can give a wine of 6.
Yeah, you're giving like one wine amount, but that amount can be any.
Yeah. So in my case, the blue card I have is not terribly helpful for me because it's about harvesting. I don't have any fields with vines right now.
Mm-hmm.
So for me, it's not useful. So one of the things is when you're trading, you don't have to get something in return. So technically we have to agree, but I'm going to give you my blue card.
Well, before we decide that, I'm actually going to offer something up in return.
Okay. What do you have?
Because I have a yellow card that's quite useless for me.
Oh, what does it say?
I have Grape Thief. Ooh. So this is actually another interesting little twist. Because it is now a co-op, anytime it says opponent, it just means ally.
Somebody else.
So in this case, it's harvest an opponent's field for yourself. The opponent may still harvest that field this year. So if I give this to you, you can harvest my grapes.
Oh my goodness. And you can harvest with this or harvest.
So this is great for you. And that's great for me.
Oh my goodness. Okay, so we did a nice little trade. So we totally did that before he passed his turn.
Of course we did.
So now he passes, boop, and now you get your bonus for fall.
And I got my bonus of a green card.
Yeah. That's so good, though. Oh my goodness.
All right, so I got my Merlot. That is the end of my fall, and it is now your turn.
Beautiful. So in my case, I have the temporary worker left. So I theoretically can play it somewhere, or I can save it for winter. So I'm just going to do like a quick... Oh. I know what I'm going to do. You gave me a yellow card. Yellow has to be played in summer. I'm going to play my yellow card and harvest your field.
Ooh!
So
what
good.
A play!
So I'm going to play here with my temporary worker, and I'm going to play the yellow card that I just received in the trade, Grape Thief. So harvest an opponent's field for yourself. I don't know if this is on. Do you have this on? So harvest an opponent's field for yourself. The opponent may still harvest that field this year, which is amazing. So I'm gonna harvest your, what is it, your Syrah?
My Syrah.
Que Syrah, Syrah, something like that, you know? So I get 2 red grapes that will hopefully then be able to age into a wine at some point, which is really great. So that worked out really well for me. Because he passed, his turn's over until I'm done. I actually have no workers left that I can use because I only have 2 winter workers left. So I also need to pass. And now I have the choice of getting either 2 lira, aging my grapes, or getting a card. So I
And
could theoretically age my grapes.
you could. Would that help?
I don't know.
So you have to look at your red cards.
So it would give me 3 red, which I technically do need, but I also need 3 white. So
yeah, so because you only have 1 and you
it's
also need
not
white, it is not worth it yet.
amazing.
So you might as well get something else.
I'm also very broke.
That's true, actually.
So I have no money. I got 0 lira left. So I'm actually going to take the money. I'm going to take 2 coins because I need the monies. So we are done spring. We are done summer. We have finished fall. So fall says choose any one of the fall bonus. Done fall. It is now on to winter, where you are next. Because basically you move your rooster into the circle, preserving your player order so that you know which order you're still playing in.
Mm-hmm.
So you are still going first.
All right. Well, I might as well play my blue card. I might as well play my harvester, harvest up to 2 fields, and choose 1, gain 2 lira, or gain a victory point. So I'm going to harvest my Syrah. This one, which is gain 2 red grapes. So I have 2 red grapes, and either gain 2 lira or gain a victory point. Now that's a decision.
That's a tricky one.
Gaining victory points is something we have to start doing.
Yeah, because we're almost at the end of year 1 and we still have 0.
But do I want... If I get 2 lira, I could get my irrigation, which I do need to plant my Merlot.
It's not a bad idea.
I think I have to. I need lira. I
think at the beginning we need to get a bunch of money.
Yeah.
And then we can focus on the victory points. But we need to get money first.
I think so. I do think so. So that was my great turn.
So it's my turn to play. I'm going to use one of my lovely winter workers. And we actually didn't necessarily talk about this either. There is a spot over here which you can go to in both summer or winter. It doesn't necessarily have to be in winter. It is on the winter side, but it doesn't have to be played in winter. And you gain 1 lira if you go there.
Yeah, it's rough, but
it's if you have nowhere else to go, it is a place you can go.
I think this might be more likely in a 3-player game where you have
or even a 6-player game.
Oh, that's true. Actually,
I guess 6-player you'd open up both spots. So yeah, I guess
it's because in a 3-player game you're a lot more limited than a 2-player game.
Yeah, very true.
But yeah, if you have to get that dollar, it's probably rough.
Yeah. So here are my options. I can draw a purple card. I have 2 purple cards, but I cannot fulfill them right now. I can harvest a field. I don't have a field to harvest. I can pay 4 lira to train a worker, which takes off the little hat and makes them a year-long worker. However, I don't have 4 lira.
You don't have 4 lira.
I can make up to 2 wines. I only have 1 set of grapes. I could do that. I don't think it's necessarily... Yeah, I don't think it's the most efficient thing I could do. I can fill a purple card. Oh, so this is draw a purple card. I can fill a purple card, which I don't have.
We're not even close to.
I can sell a wine to gain lira equal to its value. Again, I don't have wine. Or I can pay 8 lira to gain some influence, which I definitely don't have at 8 lira.
That's expensive.
So I think I'm going to... I think I'm going to draw a purple card. Yeah. And see if maybe I get something easier. The cards I have are pretty tough. It requires actually a lot of wine to fulfill these. I'm hoping maybe I can get something a little bit easier.
It's drawing a purple card. It's like never really a
Nope,
negative.
nope, definitely not
4
easier.
and 4.
It's 4 white and 4 blush.
Ooh, 4 blush. 4 blush is hard to get.
Yeah.
Okay. You know what?
So
You gotta start somewhere.
Yep.
Well, I will harvest one field because
Yeah.
I do have one field. Now, my field is already, I already harvested it using the card.
Yeah.
So now because I'm harvesting it again and I'm gaining another red 2, I can't put it on the red 2 because I already have one there. So it actually goes down to a red 1.
Yeah.
But
Which is
that's
fine.
fine because they're going to age together and it's going to mature and become beautiful wine.
They'll be great.
Now,
They'll be grape.
they'll be grape. Oh no. Now, because there is the bonus action here, I do get to draw a green card.
That's true. That's great for you.
Sauvignon Blanc.
Ooh, and you also need irrigation. You really have to build that irrigation area.
Well, you know what? I'm prepping myself to get that irrigation. So
Yeah.
who knows? Maybe next year?
So, I'll be honest, not a lot of things I can do.
That's true, eh?
I'm going to gain a lira. I am broke.
That's rough.
I need to set myself up to be able to do something in summer. And I currently have not enough money to do much. And I literally can't do any, like, I could go to one of these, but it won't do anything. So, I'm just going to gain a lira to actually be able to get something and hope that it helps me.
You do what you got to do.
Yeah.
Now, I don't have any workers left, so I'm ending my year. Now, again, this does work like fall. As soon as I end my year, I perform my year-end steps, which doesn't mean everybody else also finishes their year. I just do everything for me. Now, this is important because the first thing in the year-end checklist is retrieve workers. So I'm retrieving all of my workers, enabling other players to now use those locations that I had workers on.
So, for example, if I had that temporary worker left, I could then perhaps go to a spot that he had previously occupied.
So you could harvest a field and get a green card as an example.
Sure, yeah. But in this case, I'm also ending, so I won't be able to do that, but that's okay. So the next part of your year end, do you want to go through the rest of your checklist? So aged grapes and wines.
So next up, aged grapes and wines. So to do that, you just zoom out. You just move each wine or grape up 1. Very, very simple. Now I discard down to 5 cards. This is another difference between Viticulture and Viticulture World. Yep. Viticulture, you have a hand of 7. Yep. In this one, because it's a co-op, you only have 5. Yep. So I only have 4 cards here, which means I don't have to discard. Collect residual payments, which is this here. I don't have any. Skip that one. And advance the year marker only after all players have passed. So now, because not every player has passed, I'm finishing my turn.
Yeah. So now it's the end of my year because I also have to pass because I have no workers left. So I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to retrieve my workers. We'll retrieve these 2 first. Reserve their little hats. These 2. Grande. And technically I grabbed this one back, but it will go back on there after. Age grapes and wines. I have 1 grape to age, which is perfect. Discard down to 5 cards. I have 4. And advance the year because I am the last one. I will advance the year.
Year 2.
And we basically restart. We grab our roosters. I'll put this one back on. And we enter spring again. And that's 1 whole year of viticulture. Okay, so now we enter spring. We reveal the new event card.
So now that means that event card goes away. Which means we can no longer do the oval upgrade.
Yeah. Okay, so our new event, seasonal workers. So each oval tile allows any number of workers to be placed on its action space. Again, the game's kind of walking us through the differences. Right?
Yeah, this is actually a really nice way of doing like the tutorial. Yeah.
However, only a trained worker may gain the bonus shown on the oval tile. Oh.
Did not know that.
That's unfortunate.
That's unfortunate.
So that was a mistake. Upgrading a worker from seasonal to trained also gives you the flexibility to place that worker in either of the 2 worker placement seasons. As a gift, I will help you train workers. Okay. Pay
Oh,
3 lira to train up to 2 workers? Oh my goodness.
are
Train
you
all the
kidding me?
workers.
That's so cheap.
That's so
Normally,
good.
it's 4 to train 1.
I got monies.
Oh, that's a no-brainer.
Okay, so we remove any unused innovation tiles and put out some new ones here. We'll do that.
So the one thing with innovation tile that I'm now seeing, as this is our first playthrough, they're really good.
They are. Yeah.
They're very good.
Yeah. So for example, this one says plant up to 2 green cards. You may ignore the field's max vine value restriction for the second vine you plant. Whoa. Whoa.
That's crazy. But
whoa.
Even better. Read the other one.
So this one replaces this. So pay 1 to gain 2.
So you can pay 1 to gain 2 of anything. So you could pay 3 lira to gain 2 victory points.
Or spend 2 victory points and get 6 lira.
No, pay 1. Spend 1 victory point to get 2. Yeah, pay 1 to get 2.
Oh
you
my
could pay
goodness.
Pay 1 grape to get 6 lira. I think that's a must. One of us has to buy them.
I can't afford things. Money bags, you got to.
I'm not rich anymore.
Okay, well then you have to get money. I already built an innovation for like $1 million.
Okay, then I think I have to. I have to get the 2 lira.
Yeah.
So I'm going to get the 2 lira, fill up my bank account.
I don't know that it's...
Do we need cards? Cards are useful though, but you never know what you're going to get.
They are. But like, I've also been drawing cards and they've not been useful. You know? So it's like, if I draw a card, it's going to be like a blue card or a yellow card.
Or take the worker and use the worker to use the ability, the event.
Yeah. That's what I'm thinking. What? What?
If you go... Okay, wait. How can we do this? We can both use that event card. If you finish the year...
And you have an extra worker.
And I have an extra worker.
Okay, so here's the thing. Winter is actually not a useful season for me because I have nothing planted. So if I get the extra worker, train 2 workers, use a whole boatload of them in summer, I would pass before you would pass in winter. Because you have to play 2 in summer and 2 in winter.
Pause. Do you have to wait in fall?
It wouldn't be a bad thing for me to like play one thing in winter.
If you don't have to pause in fall,
I think
you can just go.
No, you have to pause in fall. Like everyone enters fall. Everyone enters, That's which is fine though. If I keep 1 worker for winter, I will still pass before you finish.
Yeah.
So if I use all my workers in summer,
then wait for all other players to pass.
Yeah.
Okay. So that is quite a key piece of information because fall is the stop.
Yeah.
Winter is not, because when you pass, you get all your workers.
Yeah.
If you play all of your workers before fall,
or even save 1 for winter.
Well, yeah, that's true. Okay. I also have my grande, so I can have 3 in the winter.
Yeah.
So as long as you have less than
Two
and
or one.
yeah,
Yeah.
this is big. So so you have to go first.
Yeah. So I'm gonna take the temporary worker.
Okay.
Okay. But we just have to remember that you need 3 lira to
Yeah.
be able to do that.
Yeah.
But you also have to make an innovation.
Yeah. So the thing, so I need to gain money.
Yeah.
But I don't need a lot of money.
No.
But I have a way of gaining money. Do not you worry.
Do you?
I do.
How?
Do not you worry.
But I would like to know how.
I'm gonna sell a field.
Oh. Wait, is that in summer?
It is in summer. Buy or sell one unplanted field. I will guarantee that I'm going to have enough money to do everything we need to.
Okay.
Just because it's that good.
Okay. So then first thing, I'm going to use my untrained worker, or my trained worker, sorry, to pay 3 lira and train 2 workers.
So good. So now what are you going to do? Because now to train a worker, you pick 2 of any of your workers. Either there's the summer ones or the winter ones. You pick. So you could do one of each. You could do both winter, both summer. This is a pretty big decision.
I tend to find I like the summer ones better.
Like there's more options in summer?
Yeah. So I'm going to train both my winter ones.
Okay.
Because the other thing too is technically I can train in winter.
Oh, that's true actually. Yeah.
So
okay.
Yeah, I'm going to train both my winter ones because I feel like for me that would be better. Maybe. We'll see. So that was my turn.
All right. I will I'm going to do first thing first. I'm going to get an innovation tile.
Okay.
I will spend 4 lira to upgrade tile G, which will go here.
Yeah.
And now I don't have a lot of money.
Yeah. So I'm actually going to use that card.
Ooh, okay.
I'm going to, oops, my hat. I'm going to spend a victory point and gain 3 lira.
Okay.
I know it's really like,
it's very scary.
It's very risky.
Very scary.
But
so you actually gain 6 lira.
So much money.
So much money.
So much money. That's why I did it. That's why I did it.
So good. Just the fact though, if we have any spare grapes, one of us can always gain 6 lira.
Yeah. No, it's so good. Yeah.
See, now I'm debating. Do I sell a field for 7 lira? Or do I sell a grape for 6?
Yeah, because you could use your grande worker and do that.
No, I have to save my grande worker for the card. Ooh, that was close.
Oh, that's true.
I have to save. I have to remember that. I have to save my grande worker.
That's true.
Okay. Then I have to sell. I need money. So I have to sell.
Yeah, sell a field. That's okay. Or actually you can sell a grape. But it only gives you like a couple bucks.
I would gain $1. So in that case, I'm better off giving a tour.
Yeah.
But I just realized I wanted to irrigate, but that's not going to happen. No, that's not going to happen. So I have to sell. I have to sell. I'm going to be selling my field for 7. That's going to guarantee that I have enough money to do everything I need for a couple turns. It is your turn.
I'm going to pay to build structures.
All right. Okay, so you can build up to 2 structures at 1 lira discount each.
Yeah.
And if you build 2, you get 2 victory points.
Yeah. So I'm going to build my cottage, which will allow me in fall to draw a card.
Ooh.
And I'm going to build my trellis because I need that to plant this.
So that's going to be a total of 5.
Yeah, because it's 3 plus 1. No.
Oh, it's only 4.
It's only 4 and 2, so it's 1 less each. So it's 3
only
plus 1.
4.
So it's only 4.
That's so good. Okay.
I'm building my trellis and my cottage.
Okay. Okay.
Yep.
That's a good turn. I'm going to now pass because I want to wait in fall. So to pass,
You definitely put the wrong workers.
I 100% put the wrong workers.
You're putting your blue hats in the yellow season.
I just like the blue ones better because they match. I'm gonna pass. I'm going to go
funny.
into fall.
Nice.
I could now technically age my grape.
You could. Is there a card that you could use though in winter?
I don't have a card.
Why don't you get a blue card?
So I could get a blue card because
So you
that
can
actually
play
could
it.
be huge.
Yeah.
Okay, I will
Because
actually
I
do
won't
that.
be playing much in winter, so.
So I will get a blue card. The exporter. Choose one. Make up to 2 wine from grapes. Fill a grape order or a wine order, or discard 1 grape to gain 2 victory points.
Oh, I also just realized when I built those 2 structures, I also got 2 victory points.
Very good. This is a great card.
It is a great card.
This is a very good card.
So I have 3 workers left and they're all trained, which is amazing. So I have 2 lira at the moment. Okay. I'm going to give a tour and gain 2 lira. So I currently have 4 lira.
That's good.
I'm going to use a worker. Wait.
You can plant. You can plant. That would be so big. Yeah, because you don't have to save your workers for winter. You might as well save 1.
The other thing I was going to do is I could pay 4 lira to gain the innovation tile, which is plant up to 2 in the future.
You could also theoretically do both.
True.
Just do nothing this winter. Who needs to do work in the winter?
My workers have been busy.
Busy. I mean, yeah, that's not a bad play.
I'm just thinking like this could be helpful in the future, but it is 4 lira. Like it's everything.
Yeah.
Hey, Time Roller.
Hey, Time Roller.
How's it going? Like how much do we want this tile?
I think it's good, but it's not a deal breaker. You know?
It's because what I'm thinking is I could plant and then I could also harvest. Because otherwise I'm not going to be able to harvest. I'm not going to have any grapes.
Okay, that's true. That is true. So okay. So recommendation, as this is a co-op, because you have the option, don't use your grande worker for winter because then that blocks me.
Yeah.
But I think that's not a bad move.
That's what I'm thinking. So I think I'm gonna plant.
Yeah, which is
so
huge.
I'm gonna plant my Pinot. Here.
That's a great move.
And which leaves me with 1 worker left, which is perfect for winter. So then I'm gonna pass.
All right.
And I enter here, and I could age my grape. I don't really care.
Yeah, there's no point.
I could gain a card, but I think I'm gonna take the 2 lira.
Okay.
Because
just for more money?
Yeah. Yeah. So that is the end of summer and fall. So now we enter winter, and I'm first again.
You are first.
So first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to harvest.
Okay.
So because I'm using my trained worker, I also get the additional bonus of the green card. So I'll gain that. A Chardonnay. That's beautiful. Okay. I'm going to harvest my Pinot, so I get 1 red and 1 white grape. Great. That's the end of my turn.
So now I have three moves.
Yes. Yeah, you have a lot. You focused on winter, so.
But I have 3 moves, but
Yeah.
I have to plan them properly because I need to save my Grande worker for when you finish winter.
Yes.
Which means I have 2 moves to be able to do as much as I can. I would love to harvest, which would give me 2 red grapes, but I already have a grape on a red. I could export, which would let me make 2 wines from grapes, which would mean these 2 would then move to the winery, and then I could then harvest.
Making wine is not a bad idea because, I mean, you could also make wine here and save your blue card for another time.
Oh, that's true.
Right? Like, if you're just going to make wine, that might be a better option.
True.
And then save that for when you can gain something else.
All right, so I think that is a good idea. So I'm going to make up to 2 wine with a regular worker. I'm going to move these 2, so a 3 to a 3 and a 2 to a 2.
Yes.
And that was a great turn.
Okay, so it is my turn.
And you're out of workers.
I am unfortunately out of workers.
What a shame.
Shucks darn. So I have to pass. So first thing, retrieve my workers. So let's grab all my little workers back. How unfortunate that I was not able to do anything. Shucks. So that was my turn. Age grapes and wines, which I can do, which is great.
That is great.
Discard down to 5 cards. I have 4. Collect residual payments. I still have none because I'm still
We need to get on that.
And advance the year marker, but I'm not the last person, so. Okay, so my turn is done.
So now that you finish your year, I'm free to do what I please, so I'm going to start off by using the event.
Amazing.
It's going to cost me 3 lira to upgrade 2 workers. Because I like to spread across both summer and winter, I'm actually going to do one of each.
Sure.
So I'm going to upgrade this fella. And I'm going to upgrade the one I have right now. Not for any specific reason. But you know what?
It's because it's easier.
Exactly.
Makes sense.
And as my last action, I will harvest a field.
Nice.
Harvesting a field will give me more grapes.
And because it's a trained worker, you actually get the card.
A green card. Trebbiano. Ooh, a 2 of white wine, which is great because I need white wine.
Yeah, I'm putting that too. I'm not getting enough. Although the wine just got a Chardonnay last, like the card I picked up, but I need the irrigation.
Yeah,
so.
And irrigation, as we know, is expensive.
So you still have a bunch of workers to play. My game is done for this year.
I just played my last one, harvesting my last field.
Perfect.
So that is the end of my year. So first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to be retrieving all of my workers.
Trained and untrained.
I'm going to be aging my grapes and wines.
Perfect.
Now I'm aging my grape from 2 to 3, but my wines are currently maxed out because I do not have a larger cellar. So I am capped at 3 size wine, which is fine. We can work with it, but I will need to upgrade that soon.
Yeah, you'll definitely need your cellar soon.
Next, I'm going to collect residual payments, which we still don't have any of. We really need to get on that. It's not going well. And we're going to be advancing the year marker because we've all done it. We've all finished our year.
Yep. Take back the roosters. Put the temporary worker back.
And a new year begins.
And we start a new year. Okay, so we are entering spring, so we need new event cards. Let's check out. So let's check out what our next card is. More innovation.
Let's go.
So rectangular innovation tiles permanently upgrade their corresponding actions on the game board and enable you to take a more powerful, upgraded version of the base action. As a gift, I will help you gain a rectangular innovation tile this year. Amazing. So pay 2 lira to gain 1 rectangular innovation tile. Amazing.
That's amazing.
That's so good. So we'll definitely make use of that at some point, I think, this year. I think that'll be very, very strong.
Let's hope our innovation tiles are good this year.
Fingers crossed. So let's see what they are. We have H, pay 3 lira per tile to gain up to 2 innovation tiles. Ooh. So that makes future innovation tiles cheaper.
But that's expensive.
But it's only 1 cheaper. So it's not like...
It's not... Yeah, it's not broken.
Yeah. I, which actually replaces over here, draw 2 purple cards. You may immediately fill one of them using wine tokens worth up to 2 less than the order's requirements. Okay.
Wait.
That sounds amazing.
Excuse?
That sounds amazing.
Excuse?
So let's come back to that in a moment. And then we have Advance of Wine. And then we haven't really talked about these tiles. These tiles here are basically, you would follow the arrow. This line indicates kind of which side is the bottom of the tile. And it shows you, like, if you landed it or you went to this spot, you would then get the bonus of whatever tile is to the way that the arrow is pointing. So in this case, whatever tile is to the left.
So in the
case...
if,
for example, if it was placed here, even though you would be training a worker, you'd be getting the bonus for the field.
It's kind of neat.
Which is kind of neat. We haven't really...
It makes it so that not all of them are a great bonus, but if you plan correctly, you can have a great bonus in all of them.
Yeah. So we are entering year 3, and we have to choose our placement of where we want to be for our spring bonus. So I'm thinking I'm going to take the money.
I think that is fair.
I'm going to get my monies.
I think, therefore I am. I think I'm actually going to get the yellow card.
Oh.
Because I don't need the extra action.
Okay, sure.
But I think the yellow card, we can maybe get really lucky.
Sure. What'd you get?
Surveyor. Gain 2 lira for each empty field you own, or gain 1 victory point for each planted field you own. So I can get 4 lira.
No.
For each empty field you own.
Empty field? You don't own one of them. You sold one of them. Yeah. So, like, we could trade this and I could take that card and get money.
That's true, actually.
Yeah.
It's true.
Yeah. Which seems like a really good option.
And we should at one point be able to trade, so...
Yeah, because we're going to be placing things... So you actually go first.
I do go first. So I will go first by planting.
Oh, okay.
Actually, I'm going to use my yellow hat.
Okay.
I will plant first. I'm going to plant the Trebbiano. Trebbiano is going to give me 2 white grapes. So I will put it in my first area, which hopefully is going to help. So now I'm going to be able to get two red and 2 white on the same harvest.
Nice.
Hopefully that's going to be good.
So I'm going to build up to 2 structures. Oh, I don't want to use this. I want to use my yellow hat first. So I'm going to use, I'm going to build 2 structures. So I'm going to build irrigation and I'm in the middle of the cellar, despite the fact that I don't know how much it's.
The cellar costs 3.
Yeah. So it'll cost me 3 plus 2, which is 5. So 2, 3, 4, 5. Can you take those, please? And I'm going to build my irrigation and my medium cellar. And I'm going to get 2 victory points for doing that.
That's so great.
It's so great. It's so good.
I'm going to follow very closely, and I'm also going to build 2 buildings. Nice. I'm going to build the irrigation.
And the cellar?
I think, do I need the irrigation?
Well, you won't be able to plant your Merlot without it. So it depends if you want to plant your Merlot or if you want to get... I just realized I had a cottage and in fall I was supposed to get a card. But you know what? That's okay. I don't have enough. I messed up so hard. my windmill is the first thing I got in the game with my person, and I
And
didn't
you
get a
didn't
victory
get your
point for planting a
victory
vine. So I'm
point.
gonna get a victory point for planting my vine now.
Okay.
Because this is our first game, and I'm getting my point.
Mistakes happen. So because I only have 5, I do only have 5. Because we need to start making victory points.
Oh, I'm doing that.
Okay. I also need. Okay, so I need to do the medium seller. So my first one is going to be the medium seller for 3.
Okay.
So I have 2 lira left.
Okay.
So do I get irrigation or do I get? Because I don't need irrigation until I start building the second field.
Sure. Why don't you do the yolk then?
Because then if I do the yolk,
Then you can harvest that one twice.
I can harvest it. No, you can only harvest 1 field. Right? You can only harvest this 1 field once.
Even though if you go harvest 1 field and harvest a field?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
It'll be in the original.
Yeah,
the yolk.
yeah.
This one. Oh, here. No. Let's
harvesting fields.
No, it's right here. So they can harvest 1 field even in the summer, though the field may only be harvested once per year.
Yeah.
Okay, so then yeah, never mind.
All right, then I'm just gonna get irrigation.
Sure.
And the medium seller. Mm-hmm. So that was 2 buildings. Because I built 2, I get 2 victory points. And now that we're on the same field, I'm gonna give you a card.
Perfect. And I'm giving you nothing.
Well, yeah, I guess not.
I'm giving you nothing.
Well, I was like, because you can also give me
a purple card. One of these.
Yeah,
ones
a purple card.
Do you want this one?
No, that one's way too hard. Like, but it's one that's easier, one that you're not necessarily gonna do.
No.
Are you gonna do the simple one?
Well, I have grapes.
Okay. Mine are very hard.
Mm.
All right. So that was my turn. Don't forget you want to plant.
Yeah, but I'm gonna use my grande worker for that. So then
yeah, that's true.
Before I do that, I'm gonna use the surveyor card, which will gain me money for each empty field I own. So I'm gonna gain 2 per, which is 4.
That's pretty good. Like, that's definitely worth it.
Yeah.
1 action for 4 lira.
Yeah, it's great. And then that's your turn.
Are you still planning on innovating?
Yes. Because I have the money for it. You don't.
I don't. Because I think I'm going to pass.
Okay, sure.
So I feel like I can do more in winter.
Sure.
So I'm going to pass. So I'm going to go into fall.
Okay.
I'm going to slide my marker.
Mm-hmm. What would you like?
I feel like I need to draw more purple cards. Our purple cards are just so bad.
Sure.
So I'm just going to draw a purple card and hope it's easier. A 7 red and a 6 red. That's actually not that bad. I might be able to do that.
Yeah, especially now that you have the medium seller, at least you can...
I need a large seller?
Yeah, but at least you're getting that, like, getting towards that area.
Yeah.
Okay, so I am going to play my grande worker, and I'm going to plant. Nope. Yes, I'm going to plant. So I'm going to plant my Chardonnay. Which I actually have to plant here. And now I'm going to innovate. So I'm paying 2 lira. Oh my goodness, that's even cheaper. I thought it was 3. So I'm paying 2 lira to gain a rectangular innovation tile. And I'm going to take this one, which will improve the drawing purple cards. I'll put that over there. And I have one worker left, so I'm going to pass so that I can do something in winter. So I'm also entering fall. So first thing first, I'm going to get my cottage card because I forgot last time, and I don't want to forget this time. So I can either get a yellow or a blue card. I'm going to take a yellow card. Only because I only have one worker left, so it's not beneficial for me to get a blue card because I won't be able to play it this turn anyway. I'm going to take a yellow card. Principle. Draw 3 purple cards, then either fill one of them or keep 2, discard the rest. Okay, interesting.
That's so good.
So I'm going to keep that. And
that's a yellow card, which means you can fill a wine order
in summer.
Yeah.
So I'm now going to pass. And
so you could age a grape or make money or draw another card.
I'm going to get a green card.
Oh, okay. More, yeah.
Because I don't have any, and I haven't been getting any.
We definitely need more vines.
So Cabernet Sauvignon.
Ooh, 4 red. Not too bad.
And I already have the trellis and the irrigation, so that'll be super easy to play. Perfect. So we are entering winter, and it is your turn first.
All right, so I have 3 actions in winter. I am thinking of possibly using the draw and immediately fill one of them. So you may immediately fill one of the drawn orders, but worth 2 less than the order requirement.
Which is amazing. That's so good.
It's kind of, I feel it's kind of risky just because I have low values.
Yeah.
But
and you only have red. You don't have any white.
So that's the thing is I can get white. So I have an exporter. So the exporter lets me make up to 2 wine from grape, which means I wouldn't take up this spot if you need it.
I'm going to be harvesting.
Do you need to harvest?
Yes.
But you have so many grapes already.
And?
This is so risky.
Hmm.
Because I also need to harvest.
But isn't it that any number can go here now? Because we improved that field. That's why I said it doesn't matter.
Yes. Okay, so then...
And it doesn't have to be a grande one way. It can be anything, right? That goes on there now?
Yeah, it can be anything. So you're not making wine?
No, because it's not beneficial for me right now.
Okay, perfect. So I will harvest. I'm going to gain 2 wines worth of 2. 1 red and 1 white. And in a green card.
Nice.
That's the wrong worker.
You can't, because I was going to say it has to be trained.
That's the wrong worker. I don't want the one with a hat.
Okay.
I got a Sangiovese worth 1. Actually, this is kind of useful.
So I'm also going to take my singular worker and harvest a field. I'm going to harvest my Chardonnay.
Worth 4.
Which is a 4 white.
That's a crazy good one.
And I'm going to get a green card. A Pinot. Another Pinot.
That's not bad, though. Because then if you put both Pinots on the one, you would get 2 and 2.
Yeah.
All right. Now, I'm going to draw 2 order cards. And possibly... drawing a million of them.
Not.
Draw 2 of them. Possibly do 1 if it's a really, really cheap card.
Okay.
So miserable. These are impossibly hard to make. I have 1 worth 5 white and 1 worth 7. What is it? Champagne. Even the 5 white, I wouldn't have been able to do it.
But
I can keep it though for later.
yeah, you're gonna have to discard a ton of cards though. But
That's fine because I have some that are impossible to make.
I mean, they're not impossible; they're just difficult.
7 champagne?
7 champagne's a lot.
That's a lot.
I mean, but you for champagne, you need 2 red and a white, so really, it's not that much.
Oh, that's true, eh?
Like 3, 3, 1.
So I could have done it if I did it in the wrong order. If I did it in a different order. That's so unfortunate.
I told you needed a white before you went there.
Because that's what I wanted to do. But then I got distracted by the hats.
They're cute little hats.
Cute little hats.
That's okay. You can do it next time.
Yep.
I'm passed, by the way.
Already?
Oh, I have to retrieve my workers.
Yes.
Let me go retrieve all my peeps. There you go. Your turn.
All right, well, I will. I guess I'm going to make wine.
Sure.
Because I need white wine, so I'm going to make a white. And I might as well make a low. So my red wine is full, so I have 2 and 3 already filled. So I'm going to take my 2 and put it in the 1 so that it moves up with everything else.
Yep.
All right, that's the end of my year. I'm going to retrieve my workers.
Oh, I just realized I didn't finish my year end. So aged grapes and wines. I got distracted as well. I'm going to discard down to 5 cards, which I actually do have to discard. So I'm going to discard the one that uses a blush.
That's fair.
Because
it's just harder.
I don't want to deal with it. And yeah, it's your turn now. Because I don't have any residual payments yet.
All right, so I'm going to age all of my wines.
Very nice.
Then I'm going to age my grape. Then I'm going to discard down to 5.
You have to discard so many cards.
So I do have to discard so many cards. But
you guys can't even see all of his cards. He has so many cards.
Yeah, I have 2 extra cards.
No, you have 3 extra cards. You discard.
No, I have 2 extra cards. That
I can't see. Sorry.
So I will discard the cheap 5 white.
Sure.
Unless you want it.
I could fulfill it. Technically, yeah.
Is it worth 2? Is it worth trying to trade? Because
it depends. Do you want this card here?
Well, so I have to discard. I have to discard a lot. So I'm going to discard.
Oh, that one's hard. Yeah.
A 7 and a 6 of white wine because that one's way too hard.
Sure.
Then I'm going to. Oh, wait, 3. This one's.
This 7-6 red is really hard.
Yeah,
too.
I'm going to get rid of the 7-6 red. So I only need to get rid of 1 card. I think the 7 champagne is probably easy. But is it? I think okay. I think I'm gonna get rid of it just because I want to keep the Merlot.
Sure.
Okay.
Focus more on red.
Yeah.
Sure.
Champagne. And next up, we advance the year marker.
Yay!
And we move to spring.
Yep. So we take our roosters back. I will get rid of. Actually, I guess we'll reveal our new event card first. Okay, international awards. So gaining 10 influence is required to win.
Yeah, we're not doing great at that.
We're not doing very well. It is expensive, so filling small wine orders for early residual income helps. Each of the continent decks will provide a unique way to gain some influence, but you will need to gain the remaining influence by placing workers on action P on the board. So that's that card that's set aside. So start this year by moving the influence marker to the right by 1 position and placing innovation tile P over action P.
Yay!
So this action gives gain 2 influence and or build 1 structure for free. That's amazing. So what tile P is pay. I'll just throw it around. Pay 6 lira to gain and build 1 structure for free.
Okay, so that replaces the pay 8 to gain 1 influence.
So we can actually do this action, which is gain 2 influence and build structure for free. And then this one is pay 6 coins to gain influence in the future and build a structure for free.
Yes, but we can only, we need to try to plan to do that one twice again.
Yeah.
Because that's 4 influence.
That's huge. That's huge. That's incredible.
That's huge, yeah.
That we need that.
We need it. We are very not
we're not influencers.
We're not influencers, and we're also not great at victory points.
No, we're not succeeding very well to the actual campaign goal, which is,
yeah, there's lots of not going
to be here, and we are here.
So
okay, so let's finish the round setup here. So things we're getting. So pay 2 coins, 2 lira to train 1 worker and gain a victory point.
That's amazing.
That replaces L.
Yeah.
L. Yeah.
It's the train worker one.
So it's normally $4. This is now 2 lira.
Yeah, that's amazing.
Buy or sell 1 unplanted field or 1 grape and then gain an influence. It's okay.
No, yeah.
This is really good, though.
It is really good. It's expensive to play, though, because you need to pay 4 to gain it.
2.
No, you need to pay 4 to gain the tile,
sorry.
yeah.
This is gain a purple card, and this is gain a lira. So, I have 5 monies.
I have no monies. Do you have enough monies that you could just get a victory point?
For what?
For your rooster. Are we at the point where it's worth doing that?
Or is it worth getting the worker?
The only thing with the worker, though, is you get stuck, right? Because if we're doing the double again, 1 person needs to play more in the summer by 1.
Yeah, which I can do. I like summer better.
But we need to start selling wine, which is in the winter.
Sure. I have to make wine, though.
Actually, you have the principle.
Yeah. But I have to make wine first. I have no wine. I only have grapes.
Yeah.
So
making wine is in the winter.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But I have the money to be able to build the tile for you.
Okay. That's fair.
And you don't have the money.
So I could go to the event, use up a regular worker, go to the event, get rid of it.
I mean, get rid of it.
Make it happen, and then finish early. And then you get the extra worker.
What, to do things in winter?
Because you need to make wine and sell things.
Yeah.
I just need to sell things.
Sure. Okay, sure.
Because I think I can sell... Am I 1 away? Am I missing 1?
But if you go into fall, you can age a grape.
Ooh!
A grape, not a wine, but...
That would be big, actually, because if I age a grape, then I can make wine. There's so much planning.
Ruckus said, the point in an engine builder where you should switch from building your engine to focus on victory points? That was about an hour ago.
There's no victory points in this game. We're just aiming for
I'll
survival.
Be honest, we may not win.
It's not going well.
That's really funny. Okay, so then why don't I get the worker, and then you can get money.
I don't
Do you
need
need money?
No.
Okay, well, you get whatever you want. Because then I will build the innovation tile, and you have to make sure that you finish before me so that I can also get the innovation or the influence.
Yeah, I can sell a wine right now. So I need to prep to make more wine.
Okay. How can you do that?
Like more fields and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
This is very difficult.
So, Gator Dave, in order for us to win successfully, we both have to get 25 points and we have to reach 10 influence.
Yeah.
So, the 10 influence will be pretty good in this round because we will be able to gain 4. So we'll be only 2 away after this year. The victory points, though,
The everything else,
we'll get there. Maybe.
wait, you get a victory. Oh, okay. So if you buy this tile,
yeah,
you get a victory point for doing it.
Why?
Because you get a victory point for doing the tile.
For using the tile, yes,
So
not by buying the tile.
I'm gonna get 2 lira, so that when you build it, I'm gonna use it to gain a victory point.
Sure, that it just has to be done in winter because that's the tile goes in winter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Perfect. Okay. I'm doing 2 actions in winter. All right. So you are first.
I am first. Okay, so I'm gonna take my yes, I'm gonna take my yellow hat. Dave. And I'm gonna pay 4 lira to gain an innovation tile.
Perfect.
So I'm gonna gain this innovation tile that you want. And play it. That is my first turn.
I will. Are you planting? Are you hoping to plant something?
I can. It would. Sure, it would.
Well,
Yeah.
This is interesting.
You could also spend a grape.
Yeah, I only have 1 grape and it's worth 4. But that's what I was thinking. Should I spend 1 grape to get 2 victory points?
You could.
Or do I discard like 2 cards? I could discard my 2.
You could discard your 2 green cards
to gain 2 victory points.
Yeah, you could.
Okay, I'm doing it. I'm gonna go down here. What?
I don't know if I did that. It's fine.
I'm going to get rid of both
green cards.
Both of my green cards, just because like I'm just not gonna do it. And I'm gonna gain 2 victory points.
Perfect.
Okay.
I'm gonna use my yellow worker and I'm gonna plant. So I'm gonna plant Pinot. Because it says a value of 6, so yeah, I'm gonna plant a Pinot. And I'm gonna get my victory point for planting because I thought of it this time and I'm not gonna lose that point.
Perfect.
Because I kept losing that.
Right. Am I doing the event or are you doing it in summer?
You're doing it because
I'm doing it in summer?
So yeah, so it's now your turn. And yeah, so you have to do it this because you're gonna go out first.
Yeah, so I'm gonna do it first. I'm gonna gain 2 influence.
And build a structure for free.
No, it's or.
And build 1 structure for free. or.
Wait, what?
or build. Okay, you did not read this properly.
I did not think it was that good.
Yeah, you did not read it properly.
All right, well, do I get a cottage or a large cellar? Because the large cellar would be huge.
Yeah, it would be huge. It's large.
But the cottage would make it so I can.
Thanks, Dave.
That was fun. But the cottage made me draw a blue card.
The cottage is fine, but like you're not going to fulfill this card with a seven blush.
A 7 blush is not high numbers.
It's in the large cellar.
No, a 7 blush
needs a large cellar.
Oh, I thought I could just do it when I...
No. You have to have a large cellar to build 7, 8, or 9.
Okay, then I have to get the large cellar.
That's what I was saying.
Okay, fine. Okay, that was my turn.
I pass. So I'm passing. And what do I need? I need 3 red and 3 white. And I need 4 white and 7 champagne. I'm going to get a purple card and see if I get something better.
Let's hope.
1 red, 3 white.
No way.
So good.
Come on. Where were those early on in the game? We kept getting like 7s.
The 7's worth a lot of victory points, but they're hard to do at the beginning.
Yeah, it's because the cards help you gain passive income.
Yeah.
I think I'm going to sell my second field.
Oh, wait, I'm in fall. I get a card.
Oh, I thought you just played. Oh, yeah.
For my cottage.
Nice. Okay.
I'm going to take a blue card because I'm doing winter things. A laborer. Harvest up to 2 fields.
Or
make up to 3 wine. You may lose 1 victory point to do both. That is an amazing card.
That's a pretty good card.
That's an amazing card.
Yeah.
Holy crow. That's so good.
Yeah, so
that's so good.
I'm thinking of selling my field to gain 6. Because I'm like, I can't plant. Like, there isn't enough time. So I'm going to sell my second field for 6.
Okay.
Okay, I will end my summer.
Okay.
I will...
You want to age a grape, get 2 lira, or get a card?
I guess I'm going to get a purple card. I just have to. Oh my goodness. 4 and 3 white.
You need to get some white wine.
I have some.
Okay, so you just entered fall.
I did.
Okay, so now winter happens. Is my turn for winter?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, you go first.
This is my turn for winter. I'm going to play a blue card.
Ooh. Okay.
I'm going to play a blue card, and I'm going to do both. I'm going to spend a victory point.
Okay.
And I'm going to harvest 2 fields, which is both my fields.
Wow, that's actually crazy, yeah.
So, let me just bring this closer. I'm going to get a 4 white, a 1 white, a 1 red. I've just realized this is now useless. So I'm harvesting 1 field, which is fine. It's fine.
Yeah.
Because it's a 1 and a 1.
Yeah,
I won't be getting it.
Yeah.
But that's fine.
That's true.
But then I'm also going to make up to 3 wines.
That's a lot.
So what do I need to be able... You know what I mean?
Okay, so set a 6 champagne.
7.
The 7 is actually...
I won't be able to get a 7
right
you
won't be able to. You can make a 6. Like,
I could, like, I'm also going to make it so I can fulfill, like, perhaps these 2 cards.
Okay, can you?
So, a 3 and a 3.
So a 3 red and a 3 white. And then you need a 3 white and a 1 red. So that means you need a 4 white and a 3 white.
Okay, so let's do that first. Let's do a 4 white and a 3 white.
Okay. And then
I need...
You could only make 1 more.
I'm going to do a 3 red.
Okay.
So,
all right, that's not bad.
I have made some wine.
Okay, I have to harvest.
Okay.
So harvesting is going to give me...
Do you want to use the one with the hat? Because if you do, you don't get the bonus.
Okay, then what I'm going to do first then is I'm going to pay 2 lira to train my last worker.
Okay.
and gain a victory point.
Nice. Very nice.
We'll do it in correct order this time.
Okay. I'm going to make up to 2 wine.
Perfect. You should definitely make as many as you
Wait.
can.
Because if I do that, then I can fulfill that and fill 1. I won't be able to fill 2 this turn.
But that's fine, because if you have this set up.
Yeah. Okay, that's fine. So I'm gonna make 2 wine.
Okay.
So I'm gonna make a 1 red.
I think that's the big thing, is you always want to make sure that you can age them.
Yeah.
Because aging them is the best. So as long as you can age them, you're good to go.
I'll do a 5 red.
Okay. Giving you a 6 red is pretty huge.
Yeah, just as an option. Like,
Yeah.
I'll see. Yeah.
All right, I'm going to harvest my fields.
Okay.
I'm going to gain a 2 red and a 2 white. And I'm going to gain a card.
Nice.
I got a Sauvignon Blanc, a 3 white.
Ooh, nice. I'm going to use my temporary worker and fill a purple card. So I'm going to fill the 3 red, 3 white. Which is these 2. I'm going to get 3 victory points. And I get 1 residual lira income. So the first residual income all game that we've been able to get.
Success. I'm ending my year.
Perfect.
I will retrieve my workers. I will age my grapes and wines. I will collect residual payment. I still don't have any, and that's the end.
Not quite, Meeple, but you do you. So I'm going to fulfill this international awards.
Perfect.
I'm going to gain 2 influence and build a structure for free. And I'm going to build my large cellar.
Yes, let's go.
So that I can age things a little bit further. And that is the end of my turn. So technically this would be my next turn. I am also done. So I'm going to do my year end, which is retrieve my workers. These little hats though, they're so cute. I'm going to age all my grapes and wines. Perfect. And I'm going to discard down to 5. I have 4.
You're going to collect residual
payment. I get 1 lira. Yes. Yay! And we advance the year marker to year 5. We're almost done, and we're very, very far.
We're still very far, but there's still 2 years to go. We can do this.
Can we?
We can do this.
I don't
know. We can do this.
I'm really hoping the next card is like get 10 victory points. Hey, Empress.
Hello, Empress.
Okay, so let's take our roosters back.
I'll
put the temporary worker. Wait, where? Oh, I left the temporary worker.
You left him out in the field.
Oh, I'm sorry, temporary worker.
In the middle of winter.
Oh, shame. Hopefully, they kept warm with some wine or hot cocoa or something or other. Okay, so let's look at the next card here. Okay. So, trading via Grande workers. In Viticulture World, when you place your Grande worker on an action space, you can trade items with one other player whose worker is also present on the same action. You can give and or take any one of the items shown in the key on the bottom left of the game board, which we've already done. As a gift, I will help you trade more easily. Choose an action in the current season where another player has a worker, then gain the benefit of that action as if your worker were there. No bonus. Okay. That's okay. Like, it's fine. Really hoping for victory points.
That lets us do an action twice without a Grande worker.
Okay, yeah, sure.
So you could sell two wines without having a grande worker.
Right.
Nice,
Yeah.
not game changing.
It's
It's fine.
It's definitely not as good as, like, some of the other cards we've had,
Yeah.
but, like, it's fine. Okay, A, draw 3 green cards and choose 2 to keep, then gain 1 grape. J, play up to 2 blue cards, gain 1 victory point if you play 2 cards.
Whoa.
I don't have 2 blue cards, but that's okay.
But it's very easy to gain 2.
Sure. 1 lira or +1 yellow. It's fine. Everything is fine. We only need, like, 20 victory points. Shh. That's okay. Each, not 20 total.
Yeah, we need
Each,
25.
just to
Yeah,
be clear.
we need 20 more.
And we need
each.
2 influence, so we really have to figure out how we're gonna get that influence.
A 6 victory point, 6 lira to gain 1 influence and build a structure.
So we basically both have to do that once in both years. If we don't want to use a grande meeple.
But one of us has to do it twice.
No, but that's what I'm saying. Like,
Yeah.
in the next 2 years, year 5 and year 6, we have to do this twice.
Yeah.
So we're better off you doing it once in year 5, once in year 6.
I can easily do it this year.
Wait.
Yeah, or that, actually. That will let us do it twice.
I thought it was going to say you could do it for free.
No.
It's not. You just can do it.
Yes. But you don't have 6 lira, so that doesn't really help.
Nope. I'm poor. So it sounds like you are going there.
I can definitely do it this turn. Okay. So then what are we doing? Are we gaining victory points? Is one of us just gaining victory points for no reason?
I can gain a victory point, sure. Sell that field to get some money? I could. Absolutely, I could, actually.
Actually, yeah,
because
that's
I could
true.
get 7 monies from doing that.
So we could actually do that this turn.
I could, yeah.
And that would give us 2 buildings.
It would. Which would be great, because I could get... It doesn't really matter, but...
You could get the yoke.
I could get the tasting room, which in year 6, I could get 1 single victory point.
I mean, yeah, that's true. I feel like I should just get the worker then.
Sure.
Yeah, I'm just going to get the worker.
I'm getting a single victory point. Yay, I got a victory point. Okay. The other thing, too, is if you advance to winter really quickly, I could, like, sell my thing and then play the card to, you know.
No, because we were both in the winter in the same time.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
That's true. It's because I was thinking I could do the tasting room, but no, that doesn't work. Okay, so... Sure, I'm gonna sell my field.
Okay,
to get 7.
Make that easy money.
Yeah.
Because we're definitely not getting another field.
Nah. That's for sure. Thanks, Dave. That was a really good suggestion.
Okay. Yeah, so that's what I'm trying to figure out. I'm trying to figure out how to fill orders. Right now, I have 2 orders that I'm close to being able to fill.
Mm-hmm.
I have a 4 white and a 3 white. And I have a 4 white and I have a 3 white grape. So if I can get the grape into the wine, I can do the 4 white. But then I also have a 3 red, which I'm fine for, and a 7 blush.
Right.
7 blush, I only need a 2 white, which I can do. So if I...
So Dave says, harvest your field, and you can make a 7 blush and a 3 white for 2 orders.
So that's exactly what I'm thinking. If I harvest my field, that would let me get a 7 blush, which then means I could then do 2 orders, which would give me 8 victory points. So that's a nice little jump up. So I need 2 winter actions.
And you need 1 for this.
3 winter actions. So I have a harvest, a fill, and a grande fill.
Mm-hmm.
Then I have one winter action.
Wait, a grande fill.
Because I have to fill 2 orders.
Then you also have to gain influence.
Then I need one more to gain influence by paying 6.
Yeah.
And then one more to sell 1 grape for 2 victory points.
Like here?
I have exporter. Sell 1 grape for 2 victory points.
I guess, sure.
So if I can spare a grape now, I could pay 1 grape to get 2 victory points.
Yeah.
I think I can get rid of my 3 red because I don't need it.
Okay, sure.
So I'm going to do this. I'm going to spend 1 grape for 2 victory points.
Mm-hmm. That's your turn?
That's my turn.
Okay. I'm going to play a yellow card.
Do it.
So the principle is draw 3 purple cards, then either fill one of them or keep 2 and discard the rest. So we're going to
order fill
that I have something useful. Okay. Okay. Oh my god.
A 6
red and a 6 white. Unfortunately, I'm 1 away from a 6
You're
white.
so close to be able to do it.
9 champagne.
Not even close.
Yeah.
No, you don't have one. Yeah. What even?
Or white, 3 white, 2 white.
You were so close to being able to do one. Okay, but wait. 7 it's keep 2, right? Or keep 2. So if you keep the 7 champagne,
the 9 champagne.
It's a 9 champagne.
It's a 9. I'm better off keeping the 6 6 because I'm only 1 away.
But you're keeping 2.
Yeah, I know, but
9 champagne isn't actually hard to do, right? Because they sum up.
Yeah, but I'm not gonna be able to like.
No, but you're keeping 2.
I know, but I'm not gonna be able to fulfill this plus the 9 champagne. I can't. I'm not gonna be able to fulfill either of these.
Well, 9 champagne is easy to do because a 9 is 3 3 3.
I know, but I'm already using 6 6 for this, and I already don't have like.
But for the champagne, you have to go from grapes to champagne.
Oh, I guess.
Right?
I guess.
So you might as well save it because it's worth 5 victory points.
Sure, I'll save it. That sucked.
Yeah. We've been getting some monster orders. We haven't I think we've gotten 1 cheap order.
How unfortunate.
Yeah.
Okay, well.
I'm ending my summer. That was a great 1-turn summer.
Yep.
I will be going to the middle. Should I draw a card?
I mean, you can try. What harm is there?
Oh, I could gain. Yeah, I could pick up an order.
Yeah, sure. Why not?
Why not?
See if you get something better.
A 2 red and a 4 white.
I could have done that.
I finally got something cheap. What even? That's even.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. I need to figure out my plan because I have 1 summer worker and 2 trained workers.
Okay.
And I need. Can I fulfill something this turn? I don't even know if I can. This 4 and 7.
So don't forget, it has to be with a grande worker.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay. Unless
6 and 6. So here's the thing: is there something that I can age?
There's
wine?
something you could do.
What?
If you innovate, put the money tile here.
What do you mean the money tile?
There's a lira innovation tile. It would cost a lot. It would cost 6. Okay. But then we can infinitely fill.
That's true.
Why did you use your unheaded?
That's a really great question.
That's a really great question.
Because I forgot. Thanks, Dave.
I forgot that you had 2. Good catch. Good catch.
Thanks, Dave.
So if we upgrade the fill, that means we can infinitely fill.
Yeah.
So we don't have to worry about that. It's going to cost 6, which is a lot, but then we also gain 1 coin every time we fill.
True.
Okay.
True.
So then you could theoretically fill 3.
Yeah, I don't have the wine to do that.
No, but we do have two turns.
Yeah.
And it would be huge for me because I would get a lot of money from it.
Yeah.
Actually, that's true. We're going to be we have to be filling at least 6 times each, right? So that would pay for itself. And you don't need the money. You don't need the money.
No, I don't.
Because, yeah.
And I actually, what I should be doing is harvesting a sum because I don't have enough to be able to okay. So I'm going to innovate.
Okay.
I'm going to pay 4.
Yeah.
4 to get this. And it's going to cost me because there's a cost here. There's going to cost of 2 to improve that area.
Okay.
That's my turn. Okay. So I'm going to pass.
Okay.
And this is age a grape, eh?
Yeah. Which might not be worth it. Actually, it could be worth it.
That's what I want to see.
So aging a grape, you could go from a 2 to a 3 or a 5.
Because if I make wine right now, I would have a 6 and a 6.
And then a 5 and
a 5, 2, 2.
And a 5, 2, 2.
So I could do this one. It's a bit overkill on the white, but that's fine.
So you can also harvest first.
Yeah, and that's what I want to see if that would be helpful.
So what can you do if you harvest? Oh, you only get one red.
Not much. Yeah, because I only get 1 red. Doing the champagne's really hard. So both of these champagne ones I are impossible. So I think I'm actually better off getting a new wine order.
I mean,
in the hopes that I get something that is just purely white. Or all red. Let's get something that's all red. Yeah.
Well.
Yeah. Good. Oh, I can trade.
You can trade. You have your grande worker. We're going to both fill. Okay. We need brain. Okay. I have an easy 5 that I'm never going to do. It's 2 victory points. Or I have a 4 and a 3, which I might be able to do, but I don't need to do it because I have a better one for me. I can give you both of them.
Yeah.
So if I give you both of them and you give me...
I can give you any of these 3.
So a 3 and a 4 red is easy.
Yeah, I can't do that for sure. You can trade any number for any number.
I don't know if I can...
It's a little bit odd, I will say, the trading.
There you
go. All right, we'll do that. So here, the way that the trading works is if you put your grande meeple somewhere else, somewhere where somebody has a worker.
So you have to put your grande meeple where another player has a worker.
Yeah. I just realized I only have 2 workers.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So I can't harvest and fill 2 orders. I can fill 2 orders.
Okay.
Anyway, basically the X is you can trade any amount.
Hmm.
Mm?
There is not a yearly trade.
The green card.
There was at
Well, that's this one.
no, yeah. So it's okay. So that
Oh, yeah. So what this
yeah.
the green card is basically that. So because you can only trade if you put your grande meeple somewhere where there's another person's worker. The way that the green card is that you don't like you can put your worker on this instead, and it works as though your worker is in the same spot as somebody else's. So you don't have to use a grande worker.
Which is really weird. It has nothing to do with trade.
Yeah.
I don't
It's
know why
basically
they explain trade on that card. Like,
it's because the idea of it is that you can trade because it's as though you are on that same spot. So you can trade by using a small meeple, like a small
but you
worker.
can't trade.
Well, yeah, because choose an action where another player has a worker, you gain the benefit of that action as if your worker were there.
As in, you can do that action as well.
Yeah, but because it says
But
I trade, I'll help you trade more easily. I'm assuming it's implying that you can also then trade with that person.
I don't think so.
But
I think they're saying you can use your grande meeple elsewhere.
maybe could be.
It's a little bit of a
it's
weird card. Yeah.
I'm honestly not really a fan of this card.
No, me
so,
neither.
So what did I do?
So you moved to fall?
Yeah.
You picked up a purple card.
Oh, I
you
also get a yellow or a blue. I'm gonna take a yellow.
You take a yellow.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because I can't play a blue in this turn. Gain 4 lira or harvest 1 field. Oh, that's great.
That's so good.
That's great for next turn.
Okay, so we're going to have to figure out how we do in winter because we're going to be trading. Do we want to just trade those and just...
I think so. These two for these
and
3.
we'll just deal with it. Because worst case, I can also discard those cards to gain 2 victory
Yeah,
points.
exactly.
Okay, so
I
we're going to
think
do
that's
it.
fine.
Okay, so you go first.
I do.
You do have 2 actions. Harvesting and filling don't require a grande meeple. But I don't think we're doing anything else, right? Well, you're not doing anything else.
Oh.
What?
In order to fill 2 things, I needed to make wine.
Yeah.
So I have to make wine and then fill.
Yeah, which is fine.
Okay, so I'm gonna make wine. That's
Okay.
the first one I'm gonna do. So I'm going to make a 6 white and a 2 white for my 2 wines.
Okay. I'm going to harvest a field.
Yeah.
I'm gonna get a green card.
Yep.
And I'm gonna get a 2 red and a 2 white.
Nice. I'm gonna fill an order.
Okay.
So the order I'm gonna fill is a 6/6.
Okay, yeah. Because that's gonna give you the most amount of money for next turn.
Yeah. So it's a 6 red, 6 white. It's gonna give me 5 victory points.
Which is great.
And it's gonna give me 2 recurring payment, which is great.
Absolutely wonderful. All right, so now I have to play my grande. Oh, you also get a lira.
And I get a lira.
And you get a lira. So now I have to play my grande worker because your turn is going to end. So I also have to fill.
Yeah, because you have it on trade.
Yeah, but we can trade first?
Yeah. Doesn't, yeah.
Yeah, it doesn't say you have to do it first. So here's 2 cards. Give me 3 cards. So now I just have to figure out what is the best trade I can do right now.
Yeah.
I think it's the 4 and the 3. So I'm going to trade a 4 and a 3 red for 3 victory points and my first recurring income.
Yay! Okay, so it's my turn. I'm going to the year end. I'm passing. I have no things left.
Perfect.
So I'm going to get my workers back.
This is actually convenient because if I need to make wine, I now can.
Yep. I'm going to age all of my grapes and wine. I don't have any grapes. I'm going to discount down to 5 cards, which I have, and I'm going to collect residual payments, which is 3.
3!
I'm rich.
Which means you might actually be able to afford this next turn.
Oh,
this is going great.
This is good.
Okay.
Is good. I'm going to trade these in for a bigger one. Okay. We're getting somewhere.
Before I forget, I'm paying 6.
Yeah. I was just going to say.
I'm going to be gaining 1, and I'm going to be gaining a building.
Yeah, I get a structure for free, which is great. I'm still saying tasting room.
But I'm not going to give a tour.
I guess.
I think I'm better off to get the cottage to get a blue card.
Sure. I forgot you don't have a cottage.
Yeah, just in case. Just in case.
Sure.
I have 2 workers, so I can make wine and fill.
Yep. We may not lose so embarrassingly.
Yeah, I have to make wine. I have to. So
I'm really curious as to what the next card's going to be too.
Okay, I think this is big.
You gonna do something cool?
I can make a sparkling wine.
Oh, nice.
Worth of 7. But I'm gonna be. Yeah.
It says make the blush.
Okay.
Don't forget too, you're gonna have to discard down to 5 cards.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay. What gives you more points and more money? And uses the least amount of wine or grapes?
That's the question. Okay.
5 red plus 2 white is 7 blush.
These are my 2 options. Blush requires 2 grapes. Champagne requires 3.
Yeah.
I can make both of those easily. Making the blush would require me to use a 5 red and a 2 white for 7.
Okay.
But then to use the card, I would have to use a 5 red.
Oh, for the okay.
Because
to fill the red.
Because I only have a 2 red grape.
Right.
So even if I bring the grape over, it's still not enough. So I have to use the 5 red.
Right, which is
fine. Or if I do the other one, if I do the other one, the champagne, I would have to use a 5 red, a 2 red, and a 2 white would give me a 9 champagne.
Right.
And then I would use a 4 white, which I have.
Okay. Yeah.
But I just saw, so I think Dave, you might be onto something. I also have another card, which is a 4 white and a 2 red, which if I do the blush, I'm not wasting my 2 red. Which means I could then do this next turn easy. So then I do the blush.
You want to do the blush?
It's 1 less victory point this turn.
Right.
For a total of 3 more next turn.
Right. Yeah, true.
I think.
Sure. Go for it.
So then we're making a 7 blush. And a 2 red.
Okay.
The, did I get my coin? I didn't get my
No,
coin.
you did not get your coin. Okay, so now you're gonna fill.
So now I'm gonna fill a 7 blush and 3 red, but I'm using a 5 for 5 victory points.
Nice.
And 2 residual income.
Nice. Yeah, good.
I'm gonna have to discard a card, but that's fine.
Is that the last worker you have?
Yeah.
Okay.
So I'm gonna retrieve my workers.
Don't forget your little summary one.
I'm going to age my grapes and my wines. Discard down to 5. Okay.
Get rid of these vines.
Yeah, there's no point keeping them.
No, you're not gonna plant them.
No, there's no point keeping them. Oh, I didn't get my coin.
Which coin?
For
oh yeah. Get 1 Marilira for the second order.
Thank you. I remembered just in time.
Perfect.
So now I'm gonna get my residual payments of 3.
Beautiful.
And
year 6.
Year 6.
Okay, so you need 10 victory points, and I need 12.
In 1 turn.
I'm really hoping that this last card is like, get all the victory points. You know? Okay, one can only hope. The Forever King. So as I, your forever king, lay on my deathbed, I regret that I will not be alive to see the end of your journey. However, whatever the outcome, you are all winners in my eyes. I hope you take the lessons you learned in Green Gully and apply them to your future winemaking efforts in distant lands. Even though life as winemakers seems difficult, the early innovations will quickly pay off. Start this year with each player gaining 3 victory points. Take up to 2 different actions on the board. No bonuses. That's good.
So I only need 7, and you only need 9.
Okay.
Oh, you have no grapes. You have a yellow card that's Harvest the Field.
I know.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Reset those.
Oh, sorry.
we're this is a lot right now. Let's see if this changes anything.
So make up to 3 wine and age one of them twice. In winter. Instead of make 2 wine. Fill purple, then up to once per year, each player gains a victory point. For N. Which we can do multiple times.
So this card increases all of the victory points by 1.
Oh, age a grape. And an arrow. Okay. I have to spend all of my money doing this.
I have 5. I can do stuff. I can easily get that card.
Yeah. That'll be your job. You have to innovate. Yeah, well, this is once per year, but we can still fill more orders. So at least we can get 1 extra victory point. You know?
Oh, okay. Okay, so it's once per year. So it's a total of an extra 1 victory point each.
Yeah, which is fine.
That means I literally only need to...
Oh my goodness. I can also get a victory point here.
Yeah.
Which means 8.
Okay.
Okay, this I can fulfill. These I cannot. Actually, this one I can fulfill. This one I'm good. I just need the grapes for these.
I only need to do one card. Do you have to spend a worker to get the 3 victory points? No. The 3.
It just says start this year with each player gaining 3 victory points. And then if you place a worker on the card, you can do 2 different actions on the board.
And that's huge.
Which is huge. Because it means you can like harvest and fill or make wine and fill.
Yeah, like you could do like that's big. That's big. For you, that's going to be critical.
Oh, that's huge. It's
critical.
Super important. There you go.
Okay, let's just I'm just going to see what I need to do, because if I can know exactly what I need to do, we can literally do everything else for me to help you. Okay? I need to I have a 6. 6 plus 1, 7.
Okay. So you need to buy this tile.
Don't forget the 1 worker for influence. Right. One of us needs 1 worker for influence.
Yeah, I have to do that.
Okay. So if I finish this 1 card, my entirety is done.
Well, no, you need to gain the innovation and do that card.
So that's 2 workers. So I have enough to buy the innovation with a single worker.
Yeah.
Okay. 2, I need to get 7 champagne. To do that, I need 2 reds. I can only harvest 1 red. How do I get a second red? This.
Get rid of all your other cards.
I can get rid of 2 cards.
Yeah.
That's easy. Okay, so then I need 2 summer workers. We have to make sure that this won't help you.
Yeah.
And then I need to harvest in the winter, and then I need to make up wine. So I'm going to have to use this or this. But we can talk about that. So I'm using almost all of my workers. Harvest, makeup. I'm using all of my workers. And can I buy minions?
You use 1 there. Oh no, I need to do that.
Unless I finish.
What do you mean unless you finish?
Like finish before you. So that you could do that.
But you're doing everything in winter.
I'm only doing 3 things.
Right.
So if you get the worker.
What do you mean
wait, you're not doing anything in summer.
Well, I don't even know what I'm doing yet.
Okay,
so let's not talk about me.
Okay, so if I do this, that's what it's going to take. If I do this, what can we do for you?
So I need to get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
If we do a fill, that's 8.
Yeah.
I have a card here that if we can trade, it's 4 white and 2 red. And it gives 3.
So the problem I have right now, I can fulfill this one right now. It's a 4 and a 3. I have a 6 and a 3. Okay.
So that's 3 victory points.
Yeah.
4 victory points. You're missing 5.
Yeah. I can get 1 by doing this.
4.
But then I have to get enough grapes. So I can harvest, wait. I can harvest my field, which is a 4 and a 1. I could do this one.
Yeah.
So I'm missing being able to do this one. What's this? Make up to 2 wine, fill a purple card, or discard to gain 2 victory points.
Discard 1 grape for 2 victory points.
Oh, I could do that.
So if I can give you this card, okay. Can we plan workers? We need workers
so,
planned.
Okay, so here's what I need. I need one worker to be able to get the influence. Okay. I need one worker to play a yellow card to harvest.
Yeah.
Okay. I need one worker.
Is he useless? So
I don't know right now.
Okay, put him aside. Let's see if we need him.
Okay. And then I need to play that blue card that you're going to give me.
Mm-hmm.
But then I need to fill 3 orders, and I only have 1.
Okay. Here's reading comprehension.
Don't forget 1 worker for 2 actions. Yes.
Not only that, that does not say in your current time. It says
on the board.
Take 2 different actions on the board.
Yeah.
So you can use a wild worker to do 2 things. It can't be the summer worker.
No. So like this guy could make wine and fill. Or play the blue card and fill. Right? Because this one's playing a yellow card. This one can play a blue card and fill. Oh, I need 1 worker for the yellow card and the blue card.
The ones with the yellow hat can't use the event card.
Yeah.
So maybe if you get the gray worker can use that card.
Sure, but then I'm down another victory point.
So you're down a victory point, and we have to figure out what to do in the summer. So then maybe you have to do that. If you do this and I grande worker that, I can give you the card. It uses up your summer worker.
Yeah.
So then maybe okay.
And then I can discard this card and this card to get the victory point. Because these are the 2 I have to fulfill.
So that would be 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
We get 2. We get bonus.
Can we?
I just don't know if I have enough workers though. So for right now, I'm fulfilling this order.
So that's 1 worker.
And I need grapes.
The influence. You also need 1 for the influence.
Yeah, so just wait. So I can fulfill this order right now.
Okay. So
I cannot fulfill this one without first harvesting.
Okay, so like this one is good to go.
This one is for this.
Okay, we'll put a worker on that for like good to go. On to sell for this card.
Sure.
Okay. So then, do you have anything for this one?
I have 3 red. I need the white.
You need the white, which means you have to harvest and make wine.
Yeah.
Which is that.
Yeah.
Which is 1 worker. Harvest, make wine.
And then I also have to sell it.
Wait, no, you're harvesting. Nah, you're harvesting.
I'm harvesting.
So it's make wine and sell. Can we do this?
So which would be this one? And then this one's the influence.
Which is good.
And then this one is to get the victory point here.
Which is good.
Which is this. And I could get an extra worker. In case I need an extra worker. In case I mess something up.
So that's 1, 2.
Because I can do this.
Okay, so it's 3, 4, 5, 6,
7, 8,
9, 10.
Yeah.
You don't need that extra.
No, but in case I do.
No,
in case
you don't need the victory point.
No, I don't.
Which means
I can get the extra worker in case I need it. Like in case the order of things doesn't work in my favor. I think we can do it. I think we'll be okay. And theoretically, if I needed to, I could age grapes going into fall. Okay, let's do it. 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 Do you want the victory point? Do you want a card? Do you want money? What do you want? Let's do it.
Well, that's what I'm trying to see. 3, 4, 5.
Why don't you take a victory point just in case?
But that's what I'm trying to see. Do I need... Because I have another card that's... I can finish this right now without even making wine.
Right.
I can literally just finish it, but it's only giving me 3.
Right.
So that's 3, 4,
Mm-hmm.
5, 6, 7.
You have to place your grande there. Yeah.
I think I have like 2 extra. Go for a clue card. And then I can go for a clue card. Yes, as
A blue card?
No, it's going to be a clue card.
card?
As ridiculous as that sounds.
In case it gives you something?
In case it gives me something.
Sure.
So I'm going to get the victory point.
Wait, what?
No. I'm going to have 2 extra workers.
Oh, okay.
Okay, I'm going to go for a blue card with my worker.
You could also get the card when you go to fall.
Okay. So I get a victory point.
Okay.
I go first.
Yes.
I buy 4 to innovate.
Okay. Beautiful. Let's not forget to do that.
I innovate.
Yeah.
N.
Yeah.
That's my turn.
Yeah. I'm going to go here. I'm going to pay 2 cards to get 2 victory points.
I'm then going to follow you there.
Yep.
To get rid of 2 cards.
Yep. And get 2 victory points.
For 2 victory points.
And give me a card.
And give you a card.
Bless. I think he goes with the card.
You can give me money. You want me to do that?
Do you want 1 coin?
Yeah. Well, I could do this.
Nah.
Okay, then yes, I will take 1 coin.
Just in case.
Yes.
Just cuz. Okay. That was your turn. Now it's my turn?
Yeah.
I'm going to play a yellow card.
Yeah.
I'm going to harvest.
Yeah.
So I'm going to get 4, 1, 1. I harvested this field. Okay.
Yes.
Kestrel.
I'm going to end.
Okay.
I'm going to end my turn. I'm going to go to fall.
Oh.
Because I don't have anything else to play.
Sure.
I'm going to go here.
Sure.
I'm going to...
Beautiful.
I have the professor.
Oh, okay. So this is actually, now that we're right at the end of the game.
Oh, that's good.
So
look at that.
This is, if you notice, this is a black border card. Is this on?
I think it died.
Okay, close out cam died. So if you notice, this is a black border card. And when you opened up this expansion, what it said was some of the cards don't work with this co-op version of the game. So they gave you some cards to replace, and they actually have the cards for the base game and all the expansions. So anytime you encounter a black bordered card in the co-op version, you just discard it and draw the next card. It in a regular game, you would just use it as normal. Like if you were playing without the co-op variant or without the co-op expansion, you would just play it as the regular card. It has no change at all. But in the co-op version, we would just discard it, and draw the next available card.
It makes it really convenient because then after you play the co-op Viticulture World, you don't have to go through the deck and like put all the cards back in, or if you want to play the regular one, like do all that shuffling. You literally just leave everything in the deck, and if you flip a card that has a black border, you just discard it.
Yep.
It's so
works
convenient.
really well. Yeah, it works really well.
So now, but it's only on the front, so you're fine. You're fine.
Yeah.
All right, so now I drew the governor. Choose up to 3 opponents. Choose up to 3 opponents to each give you... Okay, there's no way this works.
What is it?
So whenever the word opponents happens, you replace it with teammate.
Yeah.
Choose up to 3 opponents or teammates to each give you 1 yellow card.
Okay.
Gain a victory point for each of them who cannot.
Sounds like you're going to play that blue card. Wait, you won't be able to. Wait, because I'm doing it there.
We're going to have so many victory points.
Okay. We can do this.
All right, that was my fall. Oh, wait, no. I gain another one.
Okay. Oh, then maybe you'll get a better one.
Uncertified oenologist.
Yep.
Age all your wine in your cellar twice, or lose a victory point to upgrade your cellar to the next level. I'm okay. I'm fine.
It's fine. Okay. So. Wow. Okay, this is winter. This is winter. This is whenever I feel like it, technically.
That's true.
Because I'm going to play the blue card and...
Yeah, you can technically do it whenever you want.
Fill the order.
Yeah.
I'm going to do that now.
Okay.
So I'm going to spend my trained worker to use up to 2 different actions on the board.
Yeah, is there a reason? Why not make wine instead of fill?
Sure, because I can use this to fill now. Because I have that worker.
Yeah, and this is infinite.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep, that's fine. So I'm going to use the blue card to...
The exporter, so this would be get rid of... Well, okay, so are you doing fill? Like make up to 2?
Yeah.
So make sure you do what you need to do.
So I'm going to make my whites. So let me just make sure. So I have a 3 and a 1. That's
Perfect.
a 3, but that's fine. And I have a 4 and a 3. It's a 6 and a 4.
Okay, so you have exactly what you need to complete the 2 cards.
So I'm going to discard a grape to gain 2 victory points. So that's my blue card.
Okay, so that's...
Then...
yeah, that was action 1. Oh, no, you...
Oh, I just... Okay.
Yeah, that was...
And I made my
2.
wine.
Okay, so that was the 2
Yeah, I made my 2
actions.
wine and then also did that.
Perfect.
Okay.
Now fall.
Oh, yeah, because you're done, right?
I'm done. I've already passed.
So I'm passing. I'm entering into fall. So I'm going to... gain 2 lira? There's no point getting a blue card. I won't be able to play it. I could gain a purple card in case one of them is better.
Sure.
Just,
you know
like,
what?
in case one of them gives me more points for less.
You know what? Are you kidding me?
Wait.
You can do this.
Wait.
She just drew...
So, wait. A 4 and a 3 for this one.
She just drew a 5 white, 3 red for 4 victory points.
And I can fulfill it.
You can do it. It's better than this one.
Yeah. Perfect. Well, that worked out for me. Oh, we got hydrate.
So I am the first one to do something in winter.
Yeah. Oh, wait. Cottage, I also draw in fall, either a yellow or a blue.
That's true.
I guess I'll draw blue.
Draw blue.
It doesn't really matter. Like, I won't be able to play it. Exotic fruit dealer. Pay X lira to gain 1 grape of value X on your crush pad.
That's pretty good.
It's good. It doesn't help me right now, but it's a good card.
Yeah. So
okay.
I will fill a card.
Okay.
I'm going to fill a 4 white, 2 red to gain 3 victory points. 1 away and 1 away. And go up on the 1 residual.
And you gain the victory point here.
Oh my goodness. That's all I needed. I'm at 25.
Okay. So my turn?
Yeah.
I'm going to pay 6 lira to gain an influence and build 1 structure for free. Oh, I'll build a yoke.
Build the yoke in case you need more grapes?
In case you need to harvest. Because, like, the tasting room's not going to help me because I'm not going into summer again.
Okay.
We'll do that.
I'm going to go here. I'm going to pay 2 lira to train a worker.
Oh, nice.
And gain a victory point.
That's so good because I gave you the extra coin. Oh, nice. Good job. Okay, I'm going to fill an order. So I'm going to...
I forgot to get my lira.
Yep.
Thank you.
So I'm going to fill this 3-5, which is actually a 3-6.
Dave's on the ball.
Yeah, Dave really is on the ball. And I'm going to get 4 victory points. Plus 1 extra. Plus, I gain a lira.
I'm going to play a blue card. I'm going to play the governor.
Okay.
I'm going to choose you to give me a yellow card.
Shame.
You cannot. That means
have one.
I gain a victory point.
Nice. I'm glad I didn't get that yellow card.
Very good.
Yeah,
very good.
I didn't even think of that, but I'm glad.
Yeah, me too. Yep.
I'm going to fill another order.
Wait, you can actually fill it?
Yeah. I'm going to fill a 4-3 for 3 victory points. Oh, I didn't get my residual for this.
It was 1.
And then my residual for this is also 1. Are we winning, Kimmy? We are. 5 minutes ago, I would have said no.
I'm passing. I'm just gonna double check the end of game.
I'm also passing because I have no workers left.
Yeah. So at the end of year 6, check to see if both conditions are met. Each player's victory points must reach or exceed 25. They do. The influence token must reach the end of the influence track.
It does.
It does. All players will either win together by completing both victory conditions or lose together, collectively basking in the glory of achieving global recognition. We have reached... Woo!
we have peaked. Yeah, that 3 victory points really won. I know, Dave. But you know what? Technically speaking, I won it without the 3 victory points because I would have been at 25. Okay. You would have been 1 under. But I'm sure you could have gotten another one.
I would have been 1 under. Would I have been able to do something?
Technically, you could have gotten the one from the rooster. Like, we could have succeeded.
I did get the one from the rooster.
Oh. Well.
If we would have planned better... Oh, no, we wouldn't have known. Because you only got that bonus 3 because of the card you drew.
That's true. Because the card I drew that was better, that's the only reason why I got more. All hail Green Gully! May her grapes never shrivel. Oh, that was so good. That last, the Forever King really came in clutch. Like, that was so necessary for us to win the game. And so here's the thing. If you actually reach 30 victory points, you would
It's once per
player, you can actually get influence for reaching that many points. We just never did because we were not even remotely close to that, but that is a possibility.
I actually don't know if I could have made it
without the 3 points.
Without the 3 points.
So that's the thing is I only got it because of that card I drew at the end. That like, oh, I'll just take a card just in case. What an amazing decision that was.
What did that give you?
4 victory points.
It gave you
instead of 2.
It gave you 2 extra.
Yeah.
So you would have made it either way.
Yes. But it was close.
Wow.
Yeah. That was tough. And this was the easy. This is the easy continent. Imagine the continents that are like some of them say like they're hard, like they're difficulty hard.
I think there's 2 of them that are like rated like hard.
Let me pass me the box.
Does it actually say?
It actually tells you on the continents. They were in order. So we played them in the order of 1 through 6. So technically if you want to make it like a little bit more surprising, you can shuffle them.
Yeah, so it does have the option. They do have an order, especially the other continents. They generally have more than 6 cards.
Yeah.
You will always only play with 6 because there's only the 6 years.
Yeah.
But if you want, you can try the continent with 1 to 6. And then if you're comfortable with it, you can take the 1 to 10 or however many and just shuffle them and randomize
and then just choose 6.
And it will always work because it doesn't actually need that order.
Yeah.
Is just like a different.
Yeah, it's just different storyline. Yeah. So we played Green Gully, which is this one. This is the intro continent that we got in the package that we opened at the beginning. So this is Green Gully. Then we have Asia, which is difficulty easy. Oceania, difficulty medium. South America, difficulty medium. Europe, difficulty medium. North America, difficulty medium. And then Africa, difficulty hard.
Oh, okay. So there's only 1 hard.
Yeah.
But 4 medium.
Yeah.
Okay.
And this one I think was called like introductory. It wasn't even called easy.
It was it's called introductory. Yeah. There's 2. There's introductory and then starter introductory.
Yeah, which is this one.
And so what's even cooler, I don't know if we should like here, I'm gonna show it. In some of the continents, it's not just 6 cards. So North America is probably the best one. I don't know if I can.
Whoa, that went for a ride.
So there's these cards, which are these kind of like they're these. I don't even know what it is.
It's almost like a tech track type thing.
Yeah,
that's what it kind of reminds me of. Is like a.
And it's double-sided. So part of the setup, it says to build this, which means there's more features to the game other than just the cards. And just the cards.
There's so many.
Look how many there are.
And if you look, so what they do is there's like the white border one. So there's 1, 2, 3, all the way to 8. So there's 8 in North America. And then it gives you like some of them have like extra cards that like I'm not sure what they are, but they're this must be an explanation actually for those things.
But like the setup is 2 cards long.
Yeah.
It's a viticulture escape room. I mean, pretty much. And it's like, we haven't even...
The Oceania one's huge. So the Oceania one, when you look, there's 2 setup cards. And then there's these white cards, which are like just... I don't even know what this is. It's just a bunch of the same thing. It's called a knowledge track. Shared knowledge track. And then you have 8 cards.
So even those, or you can randomize. Oh my god! Okay, wait. It's getting worse and worse. Europe is a deck of magic cards.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Europe. Oh my goodness.
There's so many cards.
Europe has whatever these white cards are,
which are like again something
explanation, story, something or other, and then
just a bunch of cards. Yeah,
8 cards.
So I think that's the most impressive part is it's not like what we just played, which is just like 6.
Green Gully was definitely like a here's how you play the game, very structured. Here's like things you can do. Whereas these are like actual scenarios and things that happen.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know if it's an example, but like if there was like a storm that hit or something, you know what I mean? Like something happens to the actual tiles in the actual game itself.
Just not to like, no spoilers or anything, but Asia, the story of Asia. Vines have been grown in Asia for thousands of years, but most grapes have been eaten as fresh fruit or dried, becoming an invaluable ingredient in Asian cuisine.
Oh, that's cool.
Which means maybe it's going to have something to do with not only making wine, but doing something else with the grapes.
Maybe.
And that's the easy one. That's the number 2.
Yeah, that's cool. And there's a full automa too. Like if you're interested in doing solo play, I'll just show you. There's a.
I didn't actually. That's the one thing we didn't look at, the automa.
Yeah, I don't really look at it usually. But there's like a full little section here with just the automa cards, and then there's actual different tiles to use when you're using for solo play.
So the one thing is, depending on the game, so it does look like the automa is for solo. It is not a third player.
Yeah,
it is only for solo.
No, it definitely says for solo.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Kimmy, we actually when we got the box, like the game, we were given a replacement pack for South America.
The real game concept.
Yeah. But so the game, when you get the game, I believe anyway.
No, it does. We got this.
Yeah.
So when you buy the game, it comes with a plastic sleeve, and it says Viticulture World Replacement Pack.
Yeah.
And in it, there's a replacement pack, and it says
like which cards to replace.
It says the why.
Yeah. Oh, it just says why.
It says the why they decided to do this. And in here, it says which cards to get rid of and which cards these replace. So in here, there is, I believe, 2 characters. So 2 of the, I don't even know. Because we didn't even look at stuff.
Do you have the card like that card is?
Which one?
Because we replaced card? Well, we replaced these already. So where's this card?
Did I not put it in there?
No. He took my card.
Well, just read it.
Yeah, it was. So we replaced the ones in this here already. So it just says, in the original printing of the South America continent for Viticulture World, we made the mistake of including 2 conquistadors as characters whom players can leverage for special abilities. The actions of these conquistadors came at a grave cost to indigenous peoples, and even with a strong disclaimer, we now realize that these are not people worth memorializing in any way. We ask that you replace the cards referencing Cortez and Pizarro with the cards in this pack.
Yeah.
So that's what we did. We went through and again, we haven't looked at all the continents, but we did replace those so that we don't forget.
So it's funny because in the South America one, as opposed to all the events of the other one, there's characters. So we don't. I don't even know. We didn't read the continents because it's kind of nice having like that surprise whenever you play.
Oh yeah, I actually because he replaced them. I actually don't know who they got replaced with.
It's 2 and 6.
2 and 6.
Yeah. So that one, I'm pretty sure.
What do you mean 2 and 6?
There's a number somewhere.
Okay. Oh, do you mean these?
Oh, yeah. Okay. So the thing, it replaced 2 of the event cards, but it also replaced 2 character cards.
Because this one, for example, says take Don Silvestre. Like it says take a person.
I'm pretty sure it was her.
And this guy.
Yeah, and him.
Okay, so these replaced them.
Yeah.
And then there's like descriptions, for example, like take Don Silvestre. That is card number 2.
It's 2 and 6.
And then card 6 is now take Isadora, which is this one.
And actually, I actually really like this card. Women Take the Lead.
Oh,
is
nice.
the name of the card. Yeah. But I definitely do recommend, if you do buy the game, it does come with this replacement pack.
And if it doesn't, like for whatever reason, maybe the store didn't have it or whatever.
Yeah,
contact Stonemaier, and for sure they're super good about giving replacements anyway.
Unless you're in the second printing, they might have already done
it. They might have already replaced it for you. Yes, very true.
So that is one thing to check. So if you don't have it, check which cards you have.
Yeah.
But I definitely do recommend.
Yeah, so make sure you have the version with Don Silvestre and Isadora as opposed to Cortez and Pizarro.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And so that's what got replaced. And also again, this is the first printing. So I don't know if it's going to be in the second printing, because I know in the US they're already sold out.
Mhm.
So it might be now getting to the second printing. So I don't know. Don't quote me. But in the first printing, you do get the Viticulture World promo pack,
Yeah.
which is the intro,
Yeah.
the how to play the game. So if you want to teach it to somebody who maybe doesn't know viticulture, it comes with this promo pack, which is
Yeah.
what these are. It's like the teal back,
Yeah.
which is nice, really nice, like a little addition. And in the back, it says, use this for your first game of Viticulture World. We did not. What we
Yeah.
played was the introductory, which comes with the game normally, but
Yeah.
this is nice. Like,
Yeah.
they didn't
It's
have to do
it's a
that.
slightly different worded version of Green Gully, which we played Green Gully, but it's a slightly different version. A little bit even more walkthrough than Green Gully already was.
Mhm.
So kind of a neat way of kind of introducing the game to people who are perhaps newer to viticulture,
I
period.
think that's gonna be the big thing, yeah. Newer to viticulture,
Yep.
but then because it's a co-op, it's
It's
kinda
similar
like
to what
eases
they
the
did
game.
for Wingspan too, when they had the um the quick start or
Oh, the quick start. Yeah, the
yeah, the starter pack with for Wingspan,
yeah,
exactly.
yeah.
So that's definitely what it sounds like to me, very similar to that. We actually don't have those starter cards, I
No, we don't
believe,
have no,
because
because
we
we
had
bought it
purchased it
before.
before.
Yeah.
But that's okay. But yeah, I really enjoyed this.
I have to say, I can't I can't picture myself wanting to play original viticulture.
Mm.
If we're gonna play viticulture, I would wanna play this one.
I liked how it was like we were not going to win.
There
Like,
was
we were not remotely close.
I had no doubt in my mind that we were gonna lose. There was
Yeah.
I had zero I was like, this is gonna be a great first game is gonna be a
Literally, I
loss.
said we're going to maybe not lose quite so badly.
Oh,
You know, like I was like, we are losing this game 1000%. We
Yeah.
cannot come back from this.
Yeah.
And then that last round just like threw in
Oh,
the 3 points that just like
that
so good.
that
So good.
feeling of that last round
Yeah. It's so good.
was so
Like,
satisfying
yeah.
in a game
Yeah.
that I haven't had that feeling in a very long time.
Yeah. I think having the event cards and seeing that there's so many event cards and so many
Yeah.
continents to play, like I think the replayability, and on top of that you can shuffle them and get some other cards in there. Like
Oh my god,
I
yes.
think the replayability of this will be very high because there's so much in the box
Yeah.
that you can play.
I think
Like,
I think it's gonna be you don't even talk about replayability. It's
no.
like when you're playing base viticulture, the replayability is
It's already great, yeah.
but it's playing the game, right? There's
Yeah.
no question about replayability. You
No.
might do it's going to be slightly similar, but the cards make it different. Things
And
like
there's
that.
always so many cards.
And I think
you know?
it's that same. I will never think about like it will never be we've played it too many times.
Yeah.
Because
No, it's true. It's
it
true.
will never be the same.
No, it's that's true.
Which I think
And
is huge.
on top of that, like we have the Tuscany expansion as well as Rhine
Yes.
Valley and the
We have-
Moors expansion. So we
Yeah.
have all of them. So even on top of that, like this expansion, that the Viticulture World also gives you some of those black replacement cards for those expansions innately in the game. So like I have a few cards here that I still have to replace in the expansions because I didn't do it before we played. And even having those will also add even more things you can do. Like this board is double-sided to account for those orange cards in Tuscany. So the fact that they already thought about how this can integrate with what they already have, I think is really, really good too.
Yeah, like it is compatible with all of the expansions.
Yeah, which is awesome.
Awesome.
Yeah, I love it.
Actually awesome.
Now you do need the base game of Viticulture to play Viticulture World. You don't need the other expansions. Do I suggest them? I think Tuscany is great. I really love Tuscany.
I think
the other expansions are okay. They're small.
a
They're
lot of
not like be all end
but
all.
a lot of people say Tuscany is kind of mandatory for viticulture just because
Mm.
of what it adds.
Yeah.
And if you have the second edition or the essential edition of
It has some
viticulture,
elements of
it
it,
has those elements.
but Tuscany is great too. But yeah, I think
I
this is a great
a great
expansion,
expansion.
a great co-op implementation of the
Yeah.
game, and I think those event cards are really, really cool.
And also all of that, I think for 31 USD if you're a champion.
Yeah,
If you're
which
not a
is
champion, I
crazy.
believe it's 39,
Mm,
but under $40
yeah,
for a lot.
so much. Yeah, so much.
There's a lot in this game. But
Yeah.
all in all, as a whole,
It was fun. I enjoyed it.
I have to say I definitely recommend this.
Yeah.
If you like viticulture, it's a no-brainer.
Assuming you're not like abhorrently opposed to co-ops.
That's true.
Because if you don't like co-ops, you may not like it.
Okay, on that note, we're not that big on co-ops.
Yeah.
We are not the ones to go for co-ops. We will play co-ops, but there's a lot of co-ops that we're just like, eh.
Yeah.
I did not feel any of that in this.
No, and I think it was because we were able to still make very much our own decisions.
Yeah, we were still playing our own viticulture.
Yeah. The trading aspect, that was great.
I think that's the thing is, I think when we were in the middle of the game, that's what it felt like. It felt like we were still doing viticulture. You're still doing your own victory point track.
Yeah.
But you have the added bonus of being able to help someone.
Yeah.
Being like, I have this card, I don't need it.
Yeah.
Do you want
literally
it?
useless to me. Please take it.
Yeah, do you want it? If yes, let's plan to try to figure out how to trade it.
Yeah.
But you don't have to. It's still viticulture. You still have the same victory points. You're still playing that same great game of viticulture.
Yeah.
It's really
worthwhile.
We came in this not knowing too much about it. We wanted to make sure that our opinions were like fresh, clean, not influenced, and I'm actually blown away. This has been one of the greatest experience I think of 2022. As card per game. But yeah, I'm very happy with this.
Yeah, I enjoyed it.
And that was Viticulture World. Definite recommend by me.